talking about, but sure, go ahead.
So do we want to start singing the Avengers theme or what?
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Are we starting at the da 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 da?
Alright.
Like, is that what we're doing?
Sure.
Ba, 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 ba,
I don't know the theme that well.
Yeah, me neither. So
Should we listen to it?
No, let's just start the
No.
podcast.
Let's.
Alright,
Welcome,
Siri.
everyone! Oh.
wait, we're doing a Jiggles moan, okay?
No!
A Jiggles moan Avengers theme.
Just do your
You know,
terrible
an
rendition.
Avengers
Everyone
theme
do your
Jiggles
terrible
Should have
rendition.
aimed for the monitor.
I can.
Just everybody try to do the.
Done.
Alright.
Dun 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 dun.
3,
3,
2, 1.
Done.
Everything's just lagging. It's scary.
I heard someone open a can.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Whoever did that.
Welcome.
Dual can opening. Alright, welcome everyone to the early morning with the Wii Cult.
That's
Special
us.
edition.
Special endgame discussion addiction.
Featuring Wolfy.
Ayo, what's up?
Plays 16.
69.
Players.
Hojortor?
Wait,
Eddie confirmed.
Oh,
What?
oh no, not me.
Thor?
Eddie.
Thor?
Oh yeah, Thor.
It's freaking Thor!
Which, actually, I am.
I love
Least?
that live stream when he's like, "Your star."
Oh god, that
Weast?
brings me back to crying.
What?
Cuck?
Oh god, that I just snorted.
I am
like
Cucklord.
snorted,
69.
chuckled, and it felt so
Cucklord
fucking
69.
odd. Oh,
Fat
I'm
lettuce
Cucklord.
addictor?
What?
There you go. Ed. I can't think of anything for you. Bodie.
Noticing skill.
Huh?
Jason
Oh
Bodie.
yeah, it's
And me.
I'll-
Mountain. I'm glad everyone could come here today.
That's all. Thanks.
and me, Mountain.
I love how I just like, yeah. Oh hi, and me.
Okay.
Alright. Spoilers
What?
for Endgame, obviously.
Let's do a non-spoiler
warning,
segment.
like massive. Like,
Alright,
we're
okay, we're gonna have a
discussing the entire
non-spoiler part here. We're all gonna
It's
say
gonna be
our
a small
thoughts on the
section.
movies. And then
Without
we're gonna go to
spoiling
spoilers.
it.
Alright, Dell, you first.
Okay, so I think.
Alright, Beast.
Okay,
Sorry, Dell.
No, just got dunkled on.
Well,
guys,
well, first
slow.
of all,
Warning,
Shut the fuck up.
Dell is very slow. It's gonna take 45
Okay.
minutes. Right?
Alright, Dell,
They'll give us a brief rundown.
Your
for
thoughts.
Spoilers.
your thoughts.
okay, so I think it's actually a pretty fitting end to the Avengers
Avengers.
thing. Yeah, the Marvel universe. Okay, so that's honestly what I think. So yeah,
Beast.
next person.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty fitting end to a lot of the characters. Yeah, that's it.
Cuck.
Well, it's definitely there's some twists, there's some turns. It's pretty good. It definitely, like everybody else has said, and by everybody else I mean two people. One who's too lazy to formulate his own response. It's a fitting end, and it's just good.
Junar.
That's unimpressive, Luck. Let me say it.
My lord.
It's
Yes,
good,
my
very
boy.
good. It is. No, it is.
Tell him what you
actually-
told me.
It is one of the best movies I've ever seen, in my opinion. Just flat out. Like,
Wolfie.
like, if you have not seen it
Oh,
by
sorry.
this point, pick up the next
It's about
ticket
to go into
possible.
motion tween mode. Oh no.
I'm
Emotion train!
Slipping into that mindset.
Endgame right now.
Right now!
Alright.
No, but no, seriously, like, go see it now. Literally, just
Even if you're
get-
poor, just start working at a movie theater so you can see
yeah,
it.
like
Turn yourself
break-
into a
as
a
bad
rat
as this
or
is gonna
something.
sound, break into your local movie theater to see this.
Yeah, hide in somebody that you don't know's purse and just.
But
Are you still like
basically,
baby side
it
in the
is-
first look?
I'm not sure if it's breaking into someone's purse, but like, if you can afford to see it and if you can, go see it now.
Different.
Alright,
If you can
Wolfie.
afford to buy a lockpick, definitely break into your movie theater for this.
Alright. Alright. Wolfie.
I really enjoyed it. It is a very amazing, beautiful conclusion to all the 22 movies that the MCU has put together, and I'm very satisfied. And yeah, there you go.
All right,
Like,
egg.
you used 2 adjectives in
All
there.
right,
Ayo
all right,
dab,
egg.
I'll
Wow, rude.
I like how he makes her seem smart and she goes, "Ayo, dabbed on him."
All right, egg.
I think it was a very epic fucking movie and shit. Yeah, it was a very good ending to Avengers.
All right, and me. All right, so
Last but least.
it was really good. I jerked off 27 times. Good movie. Love it. All right, spoiler time.
Anything less of you,
Alright,
MT.
now
I
we're
mean,
going
alright,
to spoil
fine,
this
anything else,
territory.
guys.
If you do not wish
Spoilers.
to be spoiled for the few people who have not seen the movie yet, please exit
First
the
of
video.
all, you're an idiot.
Pause-
Second of all,
Pause
don't
it
watch
and go
this.
watch the movie and then come back.
And it's your
Yeah.
fault.
Well,
also,
okay,
also
so-
after you watch it, wait for the Week Cult edition. The poster is out now. It's currently in the video right now.
Oh yeah.
You're looking at it.
Okay, so
You've
I'm
been
gonna say
looking
the
at it
biggest
The
spoiler.
exact
For
same
7
movie,
minutes.
but it's replaced with
Guys,
Week Cult.
guys,
I
I'm
think
gonna
we
say the
should-
biggest
I think we
spoiler.
should- I think we should print out the Week Cult poster. and
What would
just go-
Fat Dell look like?
Wait, Dell, what were you gonna say?
So I'm gonna say the biggest spoiler. Turns out Gordon, he has been alive this
Okay,
entire
alright,
time.
no, so,
Gordon from the
Be
cow.
cheap?
Yeah.
so I wanna
You're a cow.
No.
start off. I wanna start off by saying
Get ready for a 7-person podcast where we all
this is
interrupt
not
each
this
other.
is not just a normal
Huh?
podcast, guys. This is not an early warning. This is a discussion about Endgame. Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Enter games,
Okay.
man.
I want to say something real quick, all right? And you guys are going to want to talk over me, so don't talk over me. Let me finish my
The
sentence.
bitch.
I'll be as quick as I can. Okay, so,
So
as
how's everybody's day been?
luck...
Pretty good.
Okay, so
Let
anyway,
him speak.
in... As many of...
Penis cock.
Almost everyone who's seen the
Okay.
Marvel movies knows that everyone hates Captain Marvel, and Wolfy here does not hate Captain Marvel. So what we're gonna
just
do?
said it's
No,
wrong.
no, shut up. So what we're gonna do is everyone is gonna go. We're gonna go around like a circle, talk about why we hate Captain Marvel, and then Wolfy wants to rant about why she likes Captain Marvel. She'll go last, and then we'll switch to something else. Because I want to get that out of the way, because I don't want to be talking about Captain Marvel the whole podcast.
Especially considering that was the movie before this. So
Yes.
getting that out of the way.
All right, so I'll go first. I wish he was dead. And that's pretty much it.
I don't feel.
No,
I don't
no,
feel
I
like
don't
criticism.
think that. But no, I got annoyed when she was like, "I'm gonna kill Thanos." I was like, "Shut up!" But there was also there's the part where when like Thanos tried to headbutt her, and then like didn't do anything, and she had that smile, and I was like, "Ooh!" Like I thought that was cool, but then I was like, I really don't want her to win. Like not to win, like to defeat Thanos. So then when Thanos grabbed the Power Stone and punched her in the face, I thought that was awesome because she wasn't like all powerful.
Yeah, Thanos hit a girl. Woo!
I was trying to... That's the thing with like when they add like when social justice people add like the ability to play as a woman in Battlefield. It's like, yay, I get to kill women now. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
who's next on the chopping block?
Dell.
I'll go next.
Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry. Hey.
No,
but-
I said.
Sorry.
So Lunar, what is your opinion?
Just sorry, period.
Okay,
End
go,
of
you
statement.
fucking fat
Sorry.
shit.
But I honestly just don't like her character for the most part. Like, I get it, but just she's fine. She's serviceable and really she is really overpowered. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I see her as the definition of a Mary Sue, and I hate it.
In some ways, I could see that. It's like also. I'm glad that
I
they
think
gave her
Rey
a pretty
is
good
slightly
excuse to
worse,
stay
but I
out
think
of
that-
this and future conflicts.
By the way, that was
And
smart
that
of them.
is, she
to-
has a lot of the universe to take care of.
Yeah.
That was smart of them to rarely have her in the movie because I think they knew they couldn't take any risks of people just being like, this is stupid because Captain
Yeah.
Marvel
and they
said it.
used her just right. Like she still annoyed
Yeah.
me.
The only moment in the movie where I felt like she was overdone was in a moment where I felt like it was really overdone in general, because they totally are like, yeah, we really wanted to push this moment, was the kind of girl power moment.
We'll get to that.
MC
We'll get to that.
No.
We'll get to that. But right now
No.
we're talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but that was
Next
that
person.
includes Captain Marvel.
It looked
and
alright.
was started
Let's
by
keep
him.
going.
No.
Let's keep
Egg.
going. Let's
Egg.
keep
I'm gonna be
going.
quiet.
Let's keep
I'm gonna be
going.
quiet.
Let's keep going. Let's keep
Egg.
going. Who is next?
Stop.
Egg.
Stop swimming.
Egg.
Okay. So with this fucking bitch, right?
I'm already
She's
laughing.
Egg. Calm the shit.
even her character, like Captain Marvel, is not the only one that's a bitch in real life. Brie Larson is in real life a fucking bitch.
You talking about her later.
Because there have been instances where like fucking Chris Hemsworth and who the fuck plays Hawkeye again?
Jeremy Renner.
Fucking yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
The song.
he those two have like, yeah, we really don't like this person because she's really like all like fucking I hate white men and shit like that. And another thing is just like she's so fucking cocky in the movie.
Mhm.
And another problem I have with that is if there's like for example like I'll take Draco from Harry Potter. He's like a very cocky fucking asshole character in the movie, but in real life he's probably just a nice guy. But with Captain Marvel, it's not like that. So that's really the problem I have with her.
Yeah. Beast?
I felt like she did.
No, you already talked, Beast.
I have
So
I have a lot to say about Captain Marvel. I would have enjoyed to go last, but I'll go now.
All right, fine, Dell.
Okay.
Okay, so
Here we go.
Captain Marvel as a character. I watched Captain Marvel, and I just kept being so extremely yeah. If
Uh-huh.
ever.
I'm sorry.
do it.
Wi-Fi's going out.
Became extremely Faroese.
She was
I know
extremely
this is
annoying
gonna
the
come
entire
off
way.
bad. 'Cause I'm just while there was dead space, I just wanted to say it seems like it would come across poorly because we're all white dudes.
Wait,
But that's
I just-
that's not the
Yeah,
reason.
Wolfy is too.
Luna, you're
I'm
Mexican.
Hispanic.
You're trans.
Empty.
I'm
For the love of God,
I was saying you're a woman, not a god.
You called
I
me
just
I'm
white.
saying all the people bash their
Everybody be
characters.
quiet. Let Del talk or I'll kill you all.
Wait, hold on. I just realized Dell's picture is like an HD version of mine.
Beast, except his hair looks like he hasn't. Except, hold on, let me reword that. I'm retarded. Beast, except in Dell's, he looks like he actually showered, and yours, your hair is greasier than fucking McDonald's.
That is not at all what I was referring
It's just.
to. Talking about our logos.
Don't care at all.
But okay, she was extremely annoying throughout the entire movie. Like honestly, I was just like
Which movie?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
And I was like, oh, I hope she isn't like that during Endgame because that's really gonna be a big downer for me. And like the issue, no, like when she was being annoying in that movie too. I'm like, get out of here, bitch. We should probably not be saying a lot of offensive words towards women. But anyway, the
Women are pigs.
when she actually when she's about to kill Thanos, I was just thinking to myself, no, this is not happening. This is not how Thanos goes. And then he just picks up the Power Stone and just fucking sends her flying, and I was just like, yes, die.
All right. Well, Luck, you kind of talked about her, but not really. Do you want to go?
Alright. Let me take a sip of my
All right, Wolfie.
refreshing Coca-Cola sponsor.
Here you go. You're not sponsored, guys.
You don't know. That.
Wish
You don't know that.
Beast, have you been taking all the royalties?
Maybe.
Alright,
I can show you a picture of my fridge.
So my issue with Captain Marvel, this is primarily just story-wise. It's she. All right. She doesn't have an arc. She has like in her own movie, she is the least interesting character to me because the only thing I was interested in is how she got her powers, and that was pretty much it. I think it would first off, her movie would have been better if they did not tell the audience right away that like she was from Earth and we discovered it slowly with her. You know, that I would have enjoyed that a little bit more.
I agree with that.
And also, she starts off the movie some cocky, arrogant, like weird fucking Kree agent, and that's fine. Like Anakin, never mind, he was always cocky. But God,
Anakin was in the movie,
Aquaman,
guys.
he's a little more humbled at the end of his movie, slightly, but like I like the story progression of the character beginning the movie and ending it like they've taken away something better from their experience over the course of the movie. But all that happens to Captain Marvel is that she knows now she used to be a human. People are currently being very disrespectful in the game chat. Alright. I don't know why I said game chat. I mean, we are in the end game, but yeah, she starts off the movie cocky. She ends it equally as arrogant, and also now they've rewarded her by giving her pretty much godlike powers, and then she shows up in Endgame. I'm very glad they didn't like overuse her, because if she became one of the primary characters, I would have been upset. And like that moment when she was about to take down Thanos, I thought it looked really cool, but I was like, I swear to God, if this person they just introduced, who is primarily there, like a big marketing point is that she's there for, like it's gonna be the woman, woman's hero. I would have preferred Black Widow because she's a lot more grounded, but if she beats Thanos right here and kills him, I'm just gonna leave. Like, it would have not been a satisfying ending story-wise. But I'm glad they took a very different route, very different from what I thought was gonna happen. And one last thing.
Okay.
One last thing. I just don't like her haircut as well.
I was about to say that. In my preference, I don't like women with short hair. I think it looks kind of dumb.
It's not an
And
attraction thing.
and that's why the joke with Rocket saying, "Is she gonna get another haircut?" I laughed so hard at that. Love that. And also, hold on, I want to say something real quick.
I just thought it was pointless because it's like now you're really, really pushing. Like, ooh,
All right. So anyway, I forgot to say this when I talked. The one thing I don't like about Captain Marvel is because she just got introduced. Like, the MCU's been around for 10 years. She just got introduced, and now she's all this powerful, cocky character that's supposed to be super important. And I don't like that.
they
'Cause it's
CGI'd
like-
in her smiling.
Yeah, I don't like that because
I
like
don't doubt that. I don't.
No,
doubt
it's
that.
because in that scene where Thor's like he does the axe thing, and he's like, I like this one. She just smirks there, and so they were like, people don't want to see this, and so they had them CGI in a smile.
Wow, that just tells you a lot about Brie Larson, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, and how
But-
they
but-
view her down there.
But my point is that
How
like
she really
I just hate the idea of suddenly just introducing a really powerful character to win. Like, and so I'm glad they didn't do that. All right, now Wolfy.
Hey, wait.
Alright, I'll wait.
What? Didn't you go?
Okay.
Oh yeah, Beast never went.
I
Yeah.
thought he did.
Guys,
Whatever. Go ahead.
Captain Marvel. I saw the movie, and me and Luck, it's pretty obvious that we have a lot of the same views about Captain Marvel. In fact, we have the exact same views. I think she's cocky and arrogant, and but to me, it's pretty obvious that they're sizing her up to be the new Thor, except they're doing it terribly. Because Thor at the beginning was cocky and arrogant, but like he wasn't as cocky and arrogant as Captain Marvel.
Mhm.
And I feel like I could like Captain Marvel a bit more if they had chosen a different actress for
Yeah.
Probably,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel. Because I think it's just a horrible casting decision casting Brie Larson. And because she was a blank slate pretty much the entire Captain Marvel movie, except when she was cocky.
Mhm.
And gosh, she just acted Captain Marvel out pretty terribly.
Now, before
Her
Wolfie
haircut
goes, before Wolfie goes, I just want to bring this up. When I was making the poster for the movie, we wanted Zach in it. Zach's not here.
No.
But we were looking at it, and all the big faces were taken, like Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Ant-Man.
The captain, no.
All of them, and Bruce Banner, they were all taken. So we were like, but we want Zach here. And then I saw Captain Marvel was the only one left that was somewhat of a big face. And then me and Locke realized that, but we didn't want to admit it. Because we didn't want Zach to be Captain Marvel. Because, like, Zach is one of the most beloved people everywhere, and a lot of people dislike Captain Marvel. So we were like, it just doesn't make sense. But we knew that was the only way it could have worked. But so I was like...
the only way.
So it was like, look. And he said, no. 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 And I said, it's the only way. No, man. Come on, man. And then so I made Zach Captain Marvel. All right, Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Alright, well,
Whoa!
What?
I just love how you both said it at the exact same time.
Look,
okay.
Yeah.
look. The picture is sent. Look at the bottom. Look at the warning.
Warning: choking hazard. Do not eat the raccoon.
Alright,
so
Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Alright.
Wolfie, what?
Well-
Playing Captain Marvel's defense attorney.
Well, okay, let me just start for saying this. I agree with some of the stuff you did say. Yes, she is a very overpowered character. Yes, she is very cocky. I don't really like the fact that she's really cocky and she expresses herself that she's, oh, I'm indestructible, no one can stop me, whatever. I don't like that part.
I hate cock.
Shut up.
I love cock.
I don't.
Specifically Dell's.
I don't like. I don't like that part, but I just like that. I just like the confidence that she has that she can do what she wants to do. But I don't know much about Brie Larson. I don't know what she has done in the past. But overall, I just really like her character. Not in the MCU really, but mainly in the comics because I read her comics and I'm a fan of Captain Marvel. So when I saw the movie, I do agree that yes, she was very kind of just blank and not really what's the word for it? It just didn't feel genuine. It didn't feel correct. But Goose stole the show. Goose was amazing. Okay.
I'm not arguing that Captain Marvel's a bad movie.
No, it's not a bad movie. I really loved how they
It's-
incorporated.
It's
Goose.
serviceable, but you can't follow up
Mhm.
Infinity War and also prelude to Endgame with something that's just serviceable. Is
Right.
my thing.
Right. But
By the way, I just realized something. We probably should have said this earlier. Wolfie's our special guest on this
Yeah.
podcast.
We already said this.
say
We
this
did?
earlier.
I don't remember us saying this.
You don't
It's
remember
okay,
a lot
little
of
guy.
things.
I don't
but
think we said this.
No, we
We
said
did.
this.
We did.
You
I
said it
remember.
was beginning.
You
It was
you
later.
inputted onto it because Lunar was like, and we are joined by Wolfie, and then I went play
guys.
16. And
Oh, and then
NT
it said
was
69. Oh, yeah.
Guys,
So back to our regularly scheduled programming.
so
Okay, guys.
okay.
What, Dell?
This is probably more important than any Captain Marvel will ever be. My opinion on Endgame. This will start a discussion, and I wish I could be here, but for the actual
will
discussion.
start
But
a
I have
war.
to leave.
Oh, you have to go,
because
Dell?
it's really fucking late, and I'm just gonna say it. Like, I honestly, after having the movie sit in my mind for a few days, I like Infinity War better than Endgame.
Yeah, that's fine.
The reason is and this is not to discredit Endgame because there are so many amazing moments. Like that quote that Iron Man killing Thanos, and there's just so many moments. Also, even though it was Fortnite, the Fortnite moment when Thor threatens a child. And,
I thought that was a bit
But,
much.
Honestly,
like-
don't like Fortnite. That
Dell,
was
do
a
you
good
do that?
moment.
but what?
Cool.
Well, you're Thor. Do you threaten children?
Yes. Have you seen me threaten and
All right, censor those.
It's a lot, Dell.
shit? I
Yes.
should not have said that. But okay, then
You want to say the other F
Like-
word while you're at it?
Yeah.
oh, do you mean
Sparkle.
frick?
Like that one
Okay, so-
podcast where Lux said it like 12 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one
Shut
that
up.
was supposed to edit.
But
I
listen
hate
here, Bucko. I'm gonna come.
Listen here, bucko.
But okay,
Listen
so
here, Buckaroo.
but okay, so like, like it, like Endgame,
out.
it didn't really sit with me as tightly as Infinity War did. Even though I was spoiled,
Dude.
even though I was spoiled, like what would happen in Infinity War, because back then I didn't really care. With Endgame, I was really like, oh, I don't want to know what happens. I want to be surprised. Even then, even though I was spoiled what was going to happen in Infinity War, I was like, that is a good ass movie, and it's good. And yeah, that's basically it. I like.
Yeah, I mean,
Infinity
like,
War
even
better.
if you had that opinion, you can still agree, though, it's a satisfying ending.
It
Yeah,
no,
is.
that's
It
definitely,
really
yeah.
is.
Hey, Dell. Before you go, I want you to be here for me to tell this quick little story.
I love you.
Yeah, me too. But I remember when I was looking at the credits of Infinity War, one of the bald ladies from Black Panther, her name is Ao. And in Luck is the one who pointed this out. In Endgame, Hulk dabs. So it's an Ao dab. But when Luck,
I remember when I
no,
realized
I know. I
this-
was about to say when Luck realized it, he was like, yeah, and the
What happened was I was really tired, and for some reason I just had a stroke. Also, you should probably mention the Faroe Islands thing after this.
Oh yeah. I need to tell you about that.
But I'll make this quick. But it's not. And I realized that, and I was like, "Oh, Infinity War, the true," because I was trying to say Infinity War is the true prequel, and like it's a two-part thing for Ao and Dab. It's the true two-parter that finishes in, yeah.
Endgame. But yeah, Dell. I was telling my brother, the honest doesn't know, he's a big buzzkill. He hates this movie. I was telling him about how like,
I hate your
because I
brother.
remember Dell and Egg had seen it, so I said, yeah, I have a friend in the Netherlands and the Faroe Islands who saw it, and he said, in the Faroe Islands, they even have movie theaters there, and I said yes, and then he said, I thought only like 10 people lived there. And I was like, "Do you think-"
Greenland.
It's 15, but who's counting?
But then I was like, I said, do you think the Faroe Islands is just a mythical place for hobos? And he said, yeah. I was like, what is wrong with you?
It's a modern society. Okay?
It's the homeless
It
community.
really is.
The only difference is that they kill a lot of whales.
No. Okay,
That's
back
it.
to what we were supposed to be doing.
Wait, Dell, you leaving now?
Yeah, I have to leave now.
Sign off.
Send
for
your
the
audio.
audience.
Send
Okay,
that too.
so
Wait, no, Dell, what would you rate the movie?
okay, so do I give it? I'm gonna do a Chris rank.
I was about to ask for your Chris rank.
I'm gonna do a Chris rank.
Blue? Yeah, blue.
Alright.
Can you give us a number 2?
Okay.
A number 2 or a number
8.5.
2?
8.5, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, 8.5.
Can you also
And-
give us an exact replication, like in writing, of your experience seeing the movie? Like what kind of popcorn?
Can you also
did
rate
have?
it in the alphabet?
Oh yeah, I didn't eat anything because I didn't want to stand in line because there were a lot of people. So
Let's just keep drawing it out so Dell has to stay through the whole thing.
Dell, please don't leave.
But-
You're so hot.
But here's the thing. My final message before
MT,
I
I
leave
heard that.
is, you know, I'm not even gonna do the goddamn message. Fuck you. No, just- Black Sabbath, the Dio years, Gillen years, and the other Gillen years, the Martin years, and the Hughes years are underrated. Live on. Something.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He's talking about Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
But with that, I
Well, that's Dell. He was Thor. Thanks for being on the podcast. Massive
Yeah,
burp.
Fuck
Bye.
you.
See you later,
Dell.
Dell.
Fair Island. You killed too many whales.
And there he goes. And he'd be better send his audio.
So I would like to
I'm
discuss
actually still here.
what we
Ayo,
did
I'm
on
actually still here.
Avengers Endgame Edition. And Lunar, if you don't stop singing, I'm gonna have to go down there or up there.
Come at me, fucker.
Einstein
So
said
I
time is
want to
relative.
explain my opinion on Avengers Endgame edition. I thought it was pretty good.
No way.
All right, next person.
Simple.
Should we just go through step by step?
I want to. Through the movie. Okay,
Yeah,
from the
do that.
beginning. All right, movie starts. Hawkeye. Hawkeye.
Okay,
Hawkeye,
I love that
Lucas.
scene with Hawkeye.
That made me
My
really
mom,
sad.
hold on, I want to preface something. My mom cried already at the opening.
That was a really sad scene. It was
That
so
was.
sad. His whole family
And,
disappeared.
and
Lana!
that explains
Lana!
where Hawkeye
I-
was the entire time.
And I remember my
For
my
those who didn't
my
know.
my English teacher. She said that she never stopped crying while watching the whole movie, and I'm like, whoa,
I love
jeez.
the anime sword fight that Hawkeye has.
So when that happened, I was like, is this a different movie? What is happening?
Same. I was like,
I
wait.
thought it was so
Can I
funny. I
just
was like,
say-
dude. I was like, do yakuzas, like, do mob bosses in Japan just carry around swords on them now? Like, what?
I'm
Oh, that
so
guy was
glad that
pretty good.
they did that for this movie because I honestly feel like this was actually like Hawkeye's movie.
No,
No.
This was
hear me out.
Hawkeye-
Hawkeye
okay.
was
Hear me out.
Thanos.
I loved Hawkeye in this movie.
I know, but
I
like,
wouldn't call it his
he
movie.
he stole the
This
show
is
for
the
me in this
Avengers.
movie.
I would
He
say.
stole the show for me in this movie
Yeah.
because he was just like he has the character with the most emotional beats in this movie.
What
And
about
with
the
the
fact that
dumbest
Iron Man
haircut.
died?
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert. That
Hawkeye-
We already said
Hawkeye-
spoiler alert
major
like an
spoiler.
hour
Also,
ago.
I'm
Hawkeye
sorry,
has
but
the
that's your
dumbest
first
haircut
major
out
one.
of anybody in the movie.
I liked Hawkeye. Thought he was
Me
fun.
too.
His
Hawkeye.
haircut's stupid.
Okay, so anyway, as we were saying,
I
Hawkeye's
love
family's dead,
His haircut's stupid.
and now, so,
You're not wrong.
You're not.
What'd you guys think of Nebula and Tony Stark playing the?
That was
game?
Football.
awesome. I love
I
that.
thought that was
scene
really
so
funny.
much.
And I was like, oh, this is hilarious. And then immediately cuts to, I'm running out of oxygen and water. I'm going to die. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's like, I thought he just died on the ship. I was like, oh.
Same.
I remember there was
Okay,
the
like
big
it?
shining
By the
light. And I'm like, who is this? Oh, this is Captain Marvel. isn't
Captain
it?
Captain
Marvel's
Marvel!
best moment. That was Captain Marvel's second best moment.
That was a good moment. She saved.
I will say I don't like how they did just bring him back to Earth, but whatever.
I like how they knew everybody knew he was gonna end up back on Earth, so they just showed it in the trailers. Like,
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah.
I do like though how that showed them bonding at least, and it
Showed
set
them
up that they were
bonging.
there for a while.
and also the two
17
most
years?
tightly wound people like that are bound to Thanos, that are still alive at least.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
I love the CGI on Tony when he's really thin.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It was like reverse
they-
Captain America.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They pulled a Captain America 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it is Captain America, not reverse.
Mm.
My bad.
I honestly feel bad for like Tony because I was thinking like if they succeed on their mission to bring back the Infinity Stones, won't that basically erase his current future?
Yeah,
That's like, oh,
my
no.
brother said that
That's not.
this
that's
would have
not
been
what-
interesting,
okay.
but I feel like it would have been too dark. Is he would have he would somehow have to make a decision, save everyone that died, or go back in time and lose your daughter and have to start over or something like that, which would have been interesting.
I think that would have been
but
a gut punch.
that would have
Yeah.
been really sad at
That
the
would've-
same time.
And then he dies nonetheless. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Oh.
All right. So anyway,
Let's talk
Um,
about the very underrated scene of him ripping his arc reactor off his chest.
Oh my god.
That's bad, right?
Like,
I wasn't
whoa.
sure because I
Yeah.
don't remember what that does
I
exactly.
thought he died.
Yeah, I thought that was his
stores the
death.
nanobot suit.
I know that. I thought I killed him though if he ripped it out. So I was like,
No,
oh.
no,
I
no,
think
no,
all of
no,
us
no,
forgot
no, no, no.
That-
He got rid of that 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
I
Iron Man
think
3.
we all
in Iron
forgot
Man
that
3
he's
towards
that
the
he
end,
got,
rid of it.
they got the piece of metal from by his heart. I think we all forgot about that.
Yeah,
And
it
we were
was
just
a
like-
piece of shrapnel from a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it got
And,
removed in Iron Man
and the
3.
arc reactor was powering a magnet pretty much that was keeping it from entering his heart.
Yeah.
I think that goes to show that nobody watched Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I never
It's,
saw
it's
it.
probably one of the most underrated movies.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't like it the first time around. It's okay.
I heard
It's
that-
not the best.
No, we'll get into this later,
I think
but the
people
little
are
boy.
just too upset that they didn't get their special little Mandarin and that there was a plot twist.
Yeah. I didn't like that part either about Iron Man 3. I was like, wow, that's a major shade to the comics of not... Because the Mandarin is a very, very complex and very interesting character. And for them to just shit on it, that pissed me off. Anyways, we need to talk
Well, I
about
mean,
we
first
need to
off,
talk about
first off,
Avengers
that
Endgame.
Iron
We
Man
need to talk
3,
about Avengers
but-
Endgame.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
back to
Alright.
Endgame. So they go to kill Thanos
Oh,
on that planet.
that fucking scene! Holy shit! Like,
And
oh,
I remember after that scene when it cut to black, I was just like, I leaned over to my mom and I was like, well, the end, let's leave.
Yeah, that was pretty short.
Okay,
I wanna say this
way
real
to
quick.
go about that. Market it as a 3-hour movie and then cut it off at that point.
Right.
Yeah, and
Oh
just
my
have it as
God,
black
the
for
rest
now.
of the-
When-
something I think we can all agree on is the movie is very fast paced.
Yeah, it didn't feel like 3 hours.
Yeah, I didn't. It felt like maybe 2.5.
Maybe one.
It
It
I
felt
felt
like
like
one to
5
me.
years when
Infinity
the
War.
death scenes were happening.
Did you
Okay,
guys?
I want to say
I-
something real quick.
I
Hold
can't
on.
say I do like how they did take the beginning a bit slower. Like
Yeah.
once they
Yeah.
got into the post 5-year sequence, because
Right.
like the scene
Oh,
with
wait,
Captain
wait.
America within the support group, that makes sense for his character just so much.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Like
Let's go.
So hold
he's
on.
the guy
Wait.
out of time.
Wait,
Wait.
I was gonna say something really quick about them killing Thanos. I've said this before. I don't really like that Thor said, "I went for the head," because I feel like that should have gone without saying. I don't know why he had to say that.
Well, he's the only one who heard that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, like, I guess that's true. I don't know. I just to me, the only reason they said that was like so it could be like, "Ha, get it, audience." Yeah, wink, wink.
Like, let
Um,
me
The
do-
thing
can
was,
I-
they filmed it back to back with Infinity War, so no memes would have been.
That's
had.
true. All right, Egg, you were saying. All right,
I said I was about to say, did you guys get a break from the movie?
a break. No,
Yeah, because it's 3 hours. Yeah, I did.
my brother said that was gonna happen, and then it didn't.
It didn't happen for me.
Nope, didn't happen
I've
to
seen
me.
4-hour movies in the theater.
Why?
What is
I
wrong
don't
with
know.
you?
It's watching 3-hour movies isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
five
In my
years
opinion.
later.
Especially
Fine.
when it's like the best movie of the
Especially when it's
MCU.
Avengers Endgame.
5 years later.
Uh,
Well,
that
first
happened.
off, can we address like the slow build up from that scene? So it cuts to black, and then you see 5, and then a couple seconds later you see years, and everybody's like,
Yeah, I remember
and
everyone was
it-
like, oh,
Yeah.
in the theater.
I thought there was going to
Fine.
be more of a time jump, like between that, like at least maybe
50
10.
years later.
Well, no, like at least 10, but 5 years. So like, okay, that makes sense.
It just goes 5.
Yeah.
which
0,
now they're
0.
all right. The timeline is just a lost cause at this point. It's almost as bad as the X-Men. So Infinity War took place in 2017, and now it's 2022.
Yep.
Basically. Yeah.
So anyway, characters in the future. So Fat Thor was hilarious. Loved him.
Yeah.
And I think
Can we hold on? We just completely ignored some of the stuff that happened in that scene where they kill Thanos.
Yeah, like
Okay, let's go
literally
back.
him getting beheaded. Like that was cool, right? Come on.
And also when
that
they
was nuts.
when they
I
revealed
honestly
that
thought-
he had. How did you guys react when he was like, "I used the stones
to
to
destroy,
destroy the stones"?
and I almost
I
killed
thought the
myself.
quest from there was them going to go with Micro to get the.
Oh,
fucking
hold on,
stuff.
wait. That reminds me, because he had that big scar. I don't know if you remember me saying this, but I made the joke that I said Thanos and Two-Face are very similar, because they're both about the 50-50 rule. And then he had, like, the part of his face, I'm like, he looks like Two-Face! I was
I thought he
right!
died. I thought like half of him died or something like that when he did that.
Pretty much.
Like I thought he
Yeah,
was.
there was a theory
zombified
that
at
he was
point.
one of the people that got snapped, but because the Soul Stone gives you an extra life, that he got to like
I
halfway
think that's
carry
true.
on.
I like...
I was honestly creeped out by the
But
giant
but
like.
that all of those were proven
burn
wrong
on
when
half
the
of his
exact
body.
same thing happened to Hulk. And
I think-
Iron Man.
We need to acknowledge the true hero of the movie, the
Yeah.
rat.
The
that-
rat.
Yeah,
Yes.
that rat. If that rat hadn't did that, the movie wouldn't have got. They
Yeah.
wouldn't have won.
Yep.
Hero
Doctor
rat.
Strange in the movie before looked in the future and saw this rat climbing on this keyboard.
He's like, that's the one!
Wait, guys! Oh my God! I just got a theory. Oh my God! So you know how he can take out his like soul from his body? What if before he faded away he did that and then he became the rat?
Also, speaking of soul body thingamabobbers, the ancient one, but that's later.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Alright, so yeah, Ant-Man's back.
Yeah.
And
I lo-
okay,
I
I've
love-
said this
I
to
love
some of
it.
you guys, but I'm just gonna say it really quick.
Okay.
There's a bit of a problem if you've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, because like there was a girl that was in the quantum realm in Ant-Man longer before
Janet-
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Janet Van
But
Dyne.
And
she ages. Ant-Man only goes through
She
5
was in there
hours
for
for 5
30
years. Yeah. So, but my theory is this could
But
be.
she looks like
Listen,
she aged
this is
30 years.
this is how I think they could patch it up and explain it. Okay, all they needed to
Damage
do
control.
was to say the deeper you go into the quantum realm, like the more time is different. So that way, that's why if you go even deeper, you go back in time. I don't know why they
Or
didn't say that.
even like the longer
That
you
makes
stay
a
in
lot
it, the
more
more
sense.
diluted time gets.
Because
Mhm.
can I also say this? So like, including like in Endgame, Ant-Man did say, "Oh, I was only there for 5 hours," and then they're like, "Well, it's
Yes.
been 5 years, so technically the mom, Janet Van Dyne, was in there for 30 years, so she was in there for 30 hours."
Then why is her hair white?
Exactly, but like you said, MC,
Yeah.
maybe she was further into the quantum realm and
No, not further. She was
not
higher
fur-
up.
Higher up, sorry,
So-
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that's my
imagine
theory.
Yeah,
Can
I
you imagine
agree.
if it was actually 30 hours and she's just like, yeah, I just aged really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's a
they were
small-
actually no. They were in, yeah.
I'm 30 years old. I look like shit.
That's like
But-
Star Wars' terrible explanation of the Star Wars timeline where they're like, oh yes, the atmosphere on Tatooine made Obi-Wan age a lot faster.
I love the time travel in this movie when they explain it because I'm like, thank you, no paradoxes, because I hate paradoxes with time travel in
Same.
movies because I hate it. I don't find it entertaining. So I love when they were like, yeah, if you kill someone in the past, it won't affect the future because it's split timeline. That made me really happy.
Wait,
So-
can we discuss briefly something that MT told me about that Egg took away from a certain scene?
I was about to say that. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what Egg took away, but don't interrupt me, MT. But there's the part when the part when they are explaining what time travel is and how it works, and War Machine's like, what if we just go back in time, and then he starts doing the hand motion, like to baby Thanos. And
Oh yeah.
what did Egg take away from that, MT?
Egg said that's referring to Ant-Man going up Thanos' butt, and I was like, where did
That
thought-
has absolutely no.
No, but it was it. I think it was just
Freaking love that scene though.
it was like a flash before my eyes. I thought he said that or something.
I felt
All right,
like
so what we're gonna do is we're
Egg
gonna put.
just had a Vietnam flashback to that
Before we move
animation
on
that guy
to,
made.
to like the actual time travel portion, can I just say like the scene where Scott Lang, the Ant-Man, is just sitting
The
outside
Ant-Man.
eating a taco.
oh my god.
That was a great scene because it like not only showed how human he is, but it's like just to show how utterly ridiculous everyone else is.
And
around
also,
him.
it kind of shows to me like they're never going to do an Ant-Man movie where he goes to space, and that is good for his character.
I loved when Hulk gave him the other taco. I don't know why that just made me laugh
He gave him
so
2
hard.
tacos.
I was
I love
expecting
Chill.
him to
I
have
really,
another taco.
I really like Chill Hulk. I like Chill Hulk.
His name is Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
That's the character's name.
No,
Professor-
they never said it.
Professor
Never
Hulk
said it.
Banner.
It's just a mere reference. There's been other intelligent versions of Gray.
Okay.
I would have preferred the Gray Hulk, because then he could have also been depressed and become the Gray Hulk.
We already said earlier that Hulk dabbing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened because I remember he dabbed and we're like, hey, that kind of looked like a dab. He's like, dab, right? And it's like, okay, it is dab. All right, next
Really
thing.
hip.
So I think we need to talk about our reactions to seeing Tony Stark with the family.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
When she was
I
like-
remember-
she was like, "Freeze!"
I remember this. The second I
sweet.
saw that, I was like, oh my god, either he's gonna die or they're gonna die, and I don't want it to happen.
By the way,
That
that
girl-
daughter was such a good actress
I know.
for a little
She's
kid.
like 3 years
Yeah,
old.
she was actually a real.
Not that there's a
That's a meme
competition.
at my school now.
Yeah.
Also, can I just
I
say
hate
I
you,
love how they
3000.
set up Pepper getting a suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
They actually did Chekhov's gun that. really
And also,
good.
the actress who plays her literally tweeted out a picture of her in the green screen room
Yeah.
with that suit on. So thanks, whoever.
Spoiler.
Gwyneth
Thank
Paltrow.
you.
Dude, I love
bit of a
that
spoiler,
3000.
but okay, it's a good spoiler.
My mom was like, I don't like how she's trying to be a superhero now.
She's not trying to be. She
I-
was there
I
to
didn't-
help.
That's what I was trying to explain to her, but it was
I
in the middle of
didn't
a
I
movie.
didn't like it initially, but like now that I'm thinking about it, I really do like it because it makes sense for her to be used to the suit.
Also, did
and
they ever
whatnot.
explain what happened to the superpowers she got at the end of Iron Man 3?
They took it out of her
Yeah.
when they took
Oh.
the thing out of
That's what I was
Tony.
about to say, MT did.
FG.
Also, something that I will discuss later, but something that I saw, like what I think happened in the movie when Rocket and Thor went to Asgard. Rocket totally butt plugged Natalie Portman. It's,
You're right. You're not wrong.
Whoa.
like, I mean,
That is the angle he came at her with.
That's where he was staring at. I mean,
Yeah.
and the face he made, and it's Natalie Portman. So.
Anyway,
He's a little
so
Padme.
so the next big scene was getting to New Asgard,
Yeah. I think, yeah.
and
With Fat
And then-
Thor.
I don't know why they had to ride in a rinky-dinky trunk.
I don't
and
know.
then-
either.
Fortnite.
then they walk in, and then you see Fat Thor.
And you see Korg and
I
and
I
Mick.
love that guy.
I love Korg.
I
And-
love-
and-
I
and
thought it was.
everything. I love
I
Korg.
thought it was funny when I saw that he was fat, but I was just like, it felt slightly cheap, kind of like the stupid baby likes joke from Deadpool 2. Like I feel like they slightly drew it out a little bit too much, but I'm glad they moved on instead
Yeah, they
of
were like,
dwelling on it for
fat
20
Thor's
years.
fat. Let's keep looking at it. It's hilarious.
Big
I'm
fucking
glad
I
they
dude.
did like how they make a big Lebowski reference. That was good.
Dude, I missed Dell.
The
Alright.
Fortnite reference.
Yeah, the
was
Fortnite reference.
funny.
I like
think
the
that's
Fortnite
gonna
reference.
age poorly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
It's
probably.
gonna age.
that's
like
why I really
cheese.
don't like
That's gonna-
pop culture references in movies.
But hey, they sponsored them for that Fortnite thing, whatever, that Fortnite in-game.
I don't need money.
I know
Marvel.
they don't,
Wow,
but
hey,
hey, they're giving...
That's what I did as a kid.
Well, that sponsorship did so much they showed it for 10 seconds.
Well, hey, whatever.
They
So,
showed that little annoying kids play on it. Really makes you want to play it.
Something I want to point out is, at this point, half of everybody's dead. People still play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what
also,
if
they're
they-
still rude to people in the game. Like, I would be nice to everybody I saw if that scenario happened.
But they're
Because it's like,
kids.
Kids are
all
idiots.
these people.
Have you met a kid?
Have you met a kid?
a kid?
Thanos
Yeah, but
snapped
these are
away
children
all
who
the
have
kids
possibly
that
just
didn't
had,
play
like, their
Fortnite.
entire families fade away before them.
Have you met a kid on
Yeah.
any online game, Mark?
I have met a kid in an online game. Have you met a kid in an online
Have
game
you
in a
met
world where
Fritz?
half of everybody on the planet is dead?
Have you
Yes.
met Fritz? There you go.
Yes.
Perhaps.
All
No,
right.
Fritz feeds off society. He's the leech. He would have been gotten rid of in the snap.
In 5 years,
I
though,
do,
I feel
speaking
like
of that, I do like how Hawkeye went out and fucking that was his goal for a while.
For 5
Yeah,
years,
sense of
right?
compar-
Probably.
with-
He was out killing people and shit.
He was out killing the people he did not worthy
When he
to
was
have
killing all those
survived.
Japanese people, I was like, geez, they need to give this an R rating. I want to see this in more detail.
Same.
Like,
I
The
want
Hawkeye
to make
movie.
a movie
Hawkeye
about
movie
it,
now
with
Dude,
that.
that's those 5
Hawkeye.
years. A lot could have happened in those 5 years. He was
Yeah.
Ronin.
call it Ronin.
How many hits did he do?
how do they call it Rodin? What are you, an idiot?
Ronin.
I said
that's the
Ronin,
name
MT. Ronin.
Okay, I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I'm not really paying attention. What are we talking about?
We're talking about
I thought we were talking about
of- So,
Hawkeye.
let's get. Oh my god. Ronin is.
Let's jump
Alright,
right into
so-
it.
Rodin is
Let's,
Hawkeye?
let's jump right into the news.
Yes, Ronin was the name he took up when he started killing people. During
Oh,
the 5
I thought you were
years.
talking about Rodin the Destroyer.
No.
The judge.
No,
You mean the judge?
That's a very different Ronin. That's Ronin, not Ronan.
Ronin.
That's very
Something-
similar.
The blue guy is
Something-
Ronan.
You're very similar.
Ronin is
Also something-
Ronin.
Something
so anyway.
people didn't catch is the tattoo he got over the 5 years. That is technically a Ronin that he has on his tattoo, which is pretty cool. But
So what happens next?
when Iron Man gets back, let's talk briefly about that.
We already talked about
Yeah, but it turned into us explaining to you that Iron Man lost his arc reactor 6 years
Oh, yeah.
ago. So I was pretty surprised, but like in hindsight, it makes total sense that he would freak out at all of them because he had just gotten back, you know,
Mhm.
and it was pretty intense scenarios going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else have an input? You know, it is a group podcast.
Yeah.
I love when they're like discussing all the stones and like how to get them. So like they get all the people with that have had experiences with the stone.
Mm.
That was.
And then they send War Machine to another planet.
Yeah.
I like how that's the one that I'm like, I need a bit more explanation for why they decided War Machine was perfect there.
Yeah, they're like, War Machine, you have literally never encountered one, so you can just go with the person who we trust the least.
Can I also just say that is I think just the way they went about that was a bit like cop outy to me. Like oh, she's connected to the other version of her.
Yeah, that didn't really make any sense to
That
me.
seems stupid.
I didn't care.
I didn't
That
get
was
that.
like the only thing
But then
I
again,
really am not a fan
then
of.
again, if that didn't
I would have
happen,
rather
the
had
big
them-
fight wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of things where I'm like, this doesn't make sense, but if I say that, it's like, then the big fight wouldn't have happened. And the big fight was like the best part of the. Whoa. What just
Damn.
happened to your
Sorry. Oh my god, that hurt. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, so wait, where are we? We talking? We get to the time travel now?
We're
Is that where
talking.
we are?
We're jumping
We're getting to
places,
the time
but
travel.
it's fine. Okay,
Alright,
what about
so-
the? Okay, how about the Battle of New York scene? Where they have to go back in time. Let's skip that.
Let's go New York. Nebula. and
Loki
Machine
lives!
Wave.
First thing I want to say is that this now answers the question if the wizard people were helping out in the New York battle.
That was a question.
Yeah,
People
that was
said,
Well,
why
everyone
weren't they?
Why didn't they
yeah,
help?
Why didn't they help in that battle? But they actually were helping.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that.
So
I
let's-
didn't really care.
Let's talk about the ancient one real quick.
Yeah, that.
She
As
acknowledged
I brought up earlier.
that he was 5 years too early.
Yeah.
Because of the time stone, genie.
She's into the future.
Why did she not give that time stone as soon as
I don't
she
know.
saw Hole?
Because she didn't know that Strange had a plan. Of all things.
Until
Like,
Banner,
apparently she can't
said it.
see that
She
specific
can just see
decision.
the events, not the motives behind them. She can't read the minds of the people in the future.
Yeah.
She can
I
only
don't
see
know.
what the time stone tells her.
And also, the time stone, from what I gather, it only applies to her timeline. And in that timeline, you know,
God damn it, Hobbs.
I swear to God.
Hobbs is a cat.
I have a big old orange cat and he just fucking flopped onto the table.
So what I've learned from the
God.
time stone, Smash will do anything for it.
Oh yeah.
yes.
But
Yeah.
that's we're not going to talk about that. So
Loki's alive now.
so America's ass.
I do like that.
America's ass.
America's ass. Yes.
America's ass.
That's America's ass.
I like how he agreed in the end.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that didn't help anything. Or what was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It's been too long. It's been 3 days.
I just
America
love.
versus America versus America. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
I really liked when they started fighting and they like hit each other.
I can do this all day. Yeah, I know.
So wait, I don't.
Wait,
May-
guys.
maybe
guys,
this is
we
dumb for
forgot
me to
one
say.
part, though.
What?
Hail, Hydra.
Oh yeah,
Wolfie's
I like
friends
how-
hated
That was a
Come
good
on.
scene.
That was a reference to
The
when
comics.
Yeah. So in the comics, the Tesseract is not the Space Stone. That was just a cop out by the MCU.
Hmm.
They need it when reason to
Yeah,
have
they
it.
needed a Space Stone, and they're like, it works. But in the comics, it's called the Cosmic Cube most of the time, and it becomes a little girl who worked for the Red Skull for some reason,
Also
and
the Thanos copy.
that has literally
Thanos
nothing to do with
copy.
anything that's being talked about. But okay, I'm glad you fell into
Dell's gonna be happy because Dell has complained about the Thanos copter.
His ship is the Thanos copter.
Hey,
But yeah, it becomes the little girl. She rewrites everybody's history. Captain America becomes an agent of Hydra, and I'm glad they referenced it there.
mhm.
I'm also glad that he thought he was Loki. Which
maybe this
is-
would mess with something, but couldn't he have just been like, "I'm just you from the future, man. Like, just let me go."
Yeah, but he wouldn't have understood time
He
travel.
wouldn't have believed
That's
it.
true.
He
That's
doesn't
true.
have any. Captain America doesn't have any
Why
reference
would he
for
believe-
Also,
Hollywood.
he could
yeah, he
prove
has
it.
no reason to believe him.
He could say like stuff from his past or something.
Like he sees himself running away with the scepter.
The thing,
That's true.
the thing is, most of his past is public record because he was a soldier.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Okay, so anyway,
it's true.
and also famous among the U.S. for several decades. Like,
But one of the scenes that I really love was when the two shields collided.
oh yeah, and then they
And then
fell
for
down a
s-
big pit.
Yeah, and then for some reason,
Don't know how we got it back.
yeah. Well, he probably just ran.
What if he picked up the wrong one?
I think Iron Man picked up the shield.
Oh,
I
he
think that's
probably
what
did.
happened.
Probably did. I also
I also like how Hulk messed everything up.
yeah, and also
Dude, that made me jump when he
Captain-
burst through that door. God, that scared me.
I was expecting it at that
I
point.
wasn't.
I also like how they all screwed up the missions, like Captain America and Bruce Banner, or Captain America / Iron Man and Bruce Banner. I'm glad that they both screwed up those missions because I did not want to dwell too much on
Hulk didn't
New
really.
York.
Hulk didn't really mess his.
How
one
did
up.
Bruce? Yeah, Bruce Banner didn't mess his up.
Well, at first it seemed like he was gonna screw it up because she was like, nah.
No. Yeah.
And
You're not
also
allowed.
he could have just explained it like Captain America to Captain America, like the actual captain from that time has no reason to believe future Captain America, but she totally has reason to believe him.
Yeah. He's from the future.
Yeah, like, and she can tell if he's from the future.
By the way,
You can see
the moment
into the future.
And when he's like, sorry, but I'm not asking, and starts trying to attack her, like, what is wrong with you? Just explain it. You're supposed to be like a chill dude now.
the part where she separated his like soul from his body, besides the fact that that made him to where he couldn't fight, I could tell probably the main reason they did that was to have the actual actor appear, because otherwise he doesn't appear much for the movie at all. It's just CGI. So that made me really happy we saw the actual guy.
Well, I mean, he's still there. He's in like the mocap suits.
But yeah, but I mean like actually see him. It's like how in the upcoming movie Aladdin, how Wolf.
Upcoming, not like it came out a million years ago.
No, the new one,
Oh,
the live action
that'll
one.
be different.
God.
Absolute buffoon.
Will Smith becomes like, we've seen him as CGI, but then he becomes like a live action version of himself.
yeah.
Stuff like that, like you actually see the real person. I like that in the movie. But anyway, beyond that point. Next thing. So wait, are we talking about Nebula?
Alright, now let's discuss the Nebula and War Machine mission.
Alright.
We'll get to the very dramatic one last.
Yeah. Oof.
It's War Machine.
I do like how Peter is just like walking and is singing to himself.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
singing
That
the song.
shit was.
I mean Star-Lord.
Yeah, because in the
Star-Lord,
opening
yeah,
of the
Star-Lord.
movie, you're hearing the
Well, his
music.
name is
Yeah.
Peter, MT.
I know, but I thought he meant Peter Parker.
No, it's
I didn't know who he
No,
meant.
They
There's-
do have too many Peters.
There's
Uh,
more than one Peter. She
Yeah,
said Peter
I know
Quill.
I know you're familiar with that, MT. Too many Peters.
Oh, I see what he did there.
But yeah, I like how
So anyway,
because
Penis
in the
Quill.
Guardian movies, when he's listening to music, you just hear the music
Yeah.
because it's in the soundtrack, and so it's funny hearing the alternate perspective of him just like.
Yeah.
Is he an idiot? Yes.
I like that. Yeah, that's funny.
I also like later on in the
They
movie
also
when he
knocked
meets
him the
past.
fuck out.
Yeah, that would have hurt. Like his face would have been just ruined for a while. But
I feel.
I
bad
also
for
like how
Quill
later
in that.
when the past Gamora is like, this is him.
Yeah.
This is the one. Yes.
And then Nebula's, yep. It was him or a
Alright.
tree.
So
Yeah.
they get the stone,
It was him or
and
me.
then War Machine's like, Nebula, we both part robot man, and then they leave.
What?
Yeah,
It was an odd dynamic between those two.
yeah, I thought that was weird.
I
We
enjoyed
both
it.
robot man.
But I like sort of niche, like off the wall combos of people.
Yeah, me too.
Like I would have liked to see Captain America,
And-
like, or not Captain America. hold
Captain America and Tony Stark at the Soul Stone. That would have been hilarious.
on. Oh god, that would.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
both
there's also-
competing. But
Civil
I
War
would
all
like to
over
see
again.
That one. That
like
was a
Captain
sucker
America
punch.
and Ant-Man, or the Hulk and Ant-Man, or literally
I think-
anybody
I
and
think
Ant-Man. Nebula and
Black
Ant-Man. That would have been.
That would have been weird.
That would have been funny.
There are like 3 emotionally charged
Widow
ones. Which one
and,
are we gonna talk
My
about?
father is not a liar.
They're-
Well, I'm gonna go upside his butt. Oh, okay. That's a good plan, Ant-Man.
Alright,
Well,
let's
I'm
get
gonna
back
go
on
up-
track. Let's get back on track.
Well, I have a lie detector, but it only works when I'm inside his rectum.
Alright, so
By the
Why
way,
would that? Who would program that?
guys.
So Soul Stone.
I typically use this at
So
bars.
the Soul Stone scene.
oh boy.
It's very
I really
convenient.
like how they did fight over
It's
that.
very convenient.
Like, it
That
felt
was
like
an
something they
interesting,
would
like,
do.
different style of choreography. Like they were doing something kind of unique.
It's very
I love those.
convenient.
Let's
It's
be honest,
very
they're both-
convenient how both of them came and they liked each other.
It's
I-
I think
Well, I think that was the point because they worked well together.
Yeah.
I know.
I honestly was expecting both of them to die.
All right, so I want to explain something really quick. and this goes to show the talent of the writers and also like just everything that went into making that scene. I was spoiled prior that Black Widow would die, and like some kid went up in front of my whole class, and he was like, I'm gonna tell you what happens so that you guys don't have to pay, and then he just said Black Widow dies, but he didn't say anything else. Fortunately, because I would have been.
Did you kick his ass?
No, but
Yeah.
someone else did.
Oh, good.
Good.
Glad
Glad to hear
Bless you.
that.
Bless you, sir.
That's like how I went to watch
But
Kill
yeah,
Yourself.
hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Even though that was spoiled to me, and I knew that was going to be where she died, because I was like, this is the only way. And there was a point where when Hawkeye started running down the ledge, I was like, did I get lied to? Like, I was genuinely still on the edge of my seat during that scene as to who was going to die.
Yeah.
I would have rather.
I felt they both had a very good reason for them to sacrifice themselves for the good.
Yeah,
But-
but Hawkeye, in my opinion, as he did have a good reason to die,
But
and also
he was
it would have given
much
Black
better.
Widow a happier ending. Finally
Yeah.
seeing like the one thing she wanted and happen, which is everybody being brought back.
yeah.
But
she had nothing else to live for, really.
and also he had to see his family. That is more satisfying to me
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
anything else. Is him finally,
Oh.
because it opens with
Oh.
him
Never mind.
losing them, and so it's only fitting that it ends like that. The end game goal, no pun intended, is
That was very much
results in
intended.
him finally. It actually wasn't at first. But,
Okay, can I will just real quick want to go back to that first scene. I love how I had no I when the movie started, I didn't know the movie started. I was still
So you're
I was
watching a
still
trailer?
talking. No, I was still talking to my friend, and then he all of a sudden goes, "Shut up, shut up." I'm just like, "Wait, what? Oh, okay."
The scene with the Soul Stone, I loved how Reticle said the exact same thing in Infinity War.
It's almost like it was
It
real.
must be really boring for him because that's all he does.
I also find it kind of weird that Black Widow and Hawkeye, both SHIELD agents, and SHIELD is directly linked to World War II and Hydra, and she did not recognize Red Skull at all, or the
Like, she
fact
wasn't born
that
in
he
the
has a
1940s.
German.
But that was before her time.
No, I'm saying that there would still be record of it. Like,
yeah,
it's
but
not
so
like
it's not
just
so
because.
like she's gonna go and. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice.
Well, no, but you'd obviously hear about it. Like, that was a very big deal that resulted in the like founding of a lot of people came to SHIELD after that.
That's
Like
true.
Howard Stark and Peggy
Also,
Carter.
I would like to point out Hawkeye's and Thanos' reaction to waking up in the pool.
That's
Thanos'
why he's the
reaction was
Thanos of the movie.
Thanos' reactions were very calm and like, but still he's like, what the heck? Oh, there's a Soul Stone. But Hawkeye, like, he woke up and he's like, where the hell am I?
And then he was also like,
Where is?
Kind of like thrashed around the pool, and then he realized, oh, okay, I get it.
and then he realized what it cost.
Yeah.
Everything.
What did it cost?
Everything.
I'm sorry,
I just
little one.
really like just how they did that scene. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Was that an orgasm? What?
Rubbing my eyes.
What other scenes? For the
All right, so that's time travel. Check.
All right. Wait.
Yep.
Wait. We did not discuss a certain thing.
Nebula.
When they go to 1970.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the times
Yeah,
that
the most
I really
important
thought about
scene
going
for
back.
literally two of the most important characters in the fucking movie. Yeah.
Tony Stark met his father.
Yeah, and Steve
Yeah.
saw what's her face, Agent
Peggy.
Carter again. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Close the door.
How did Peggy,
I'm recording
Peggy
something,
not
dude.
notice
Close the
Steve?
fucking
Yeah, I was like, how do you
Standing right in
not
front
see
of
that person
Yeah, when
staring at
they
you?
were like 2 inches away, I was like, I would have totally noticed.
I would have
it by now.
screamed. Because there would be a man in a dark room staring at
Can
me.
you imagine she's just ignoring him
Oh,
the whole
shit.
time?
She pulls out her gun.
Who the fuck are you?
What are you-
That would have been a
Like,
bad
she's
way
just-
for him to go.
She's just ignoring him the whole time, and then she starts speaking on the phone. Yeah, there's this really creepy guy staying out the window right now. I really don't know what to do, so I'm just...
That's how they alerted security.
And then the security comes in. They're like, freeze, and he's like, hey, Hail Hydra.
And
then they let
during
him
that
go.
whole thing, I got like for some reason I got Captain Marvel vibes from it. That's sort of weird buddy cop feel between Captain America and Iron Man. Like they're such a good team, the two of them. But
Such a good couple.
I love how he made his name Howard Potts.
Yeah. It's not like his dad's name is Howard Stark and he's introducing himself as another Howard. That's
Yo,
not
what's
weird
up?
at all.
Yo, what's up? My name's Tony Stark.
But honestly, wouldn't that make you suspect it less? Like,
It would have
Yeah.
been more interesting if he called himself Tony Potts.
or
Dude, could you imagine if
or
like,
Morgan-
that's the reason
Morgan
why he
Potts.
named himself Tony?
Morgan.
Let's talk about the Stan Lee cameo. I love that.
Oh,
I didn't know
That was
yeah.
that was a blink and you miss it cameo.
Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
de-aged. Yeah. Make love, not war, man.
oh that
Rip
yeah
Stanley.
I'm a bit
I had
surprised
forgotten
they
about
did
it.
throw that in there because that wasn't a very good. I hope that's not like the last cameo we have
It
then
is.
It's always
because
the
I really
last
thought like the
CG.
best Laos cameo.
I guarantee
was
you
in
they've already
Captain
filmed
Marvel.
plenty.
They have a stock footage of
well
the
no
Stan
he's
Lee
at least gonna
cameos.
get one in Far From Home.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm pretty sure they probably filmed multiple just to be safe. Like they were like, Stanley, you're like 90 something now. Let's just
That
film a
is
couple.
Well, I mean,
for
I thi-
sure
the
not true at all,
directors-
MT. There would be such assholes if they did that.
But the directors did confirm that the Endgame would be the last Stanley cameo.
Aw.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You guys did.
At least he made it to Endgame.
Was
Yeah.
there anything was there anything in Endgame that was like for Stan or anything like that other than
No, there's one in Captain Marvel though.
Yeah, I know. but
Yeah.
I would have preferred it in the culmination
really
of
wish
like,
they
his
did.
life's work.
Yeah, I
you
would have
know,
liked that
instead
too.
of Captain Marvel.
It would have been better if they just pushed it back. One
what
more
makes
movie.
it like this doesn't even really have to do with Captain Marvel except for the fact that like that's a character he didn't even create. Like
But it was right. It
That's
was
what makes
more
that
sooner
worse.
after his death. So-
yeah, I know, but still I would have rather had it in like Endgame or even Spider-Man.
But then-
that would've
And I
been
think
But then
more
you'll have the
would've
people-
watched Endgame, like rewatched Endgame just for that.
Yeah.
But going on,
Okay.
it's pretty convenient that that was also the facility that the Hank Pym was storing his prototype Pym particles.
Yeah, which I'm gonna bring something
Also-
about that
and
in
that's
the
also
ending.
the facility where Zemo was housed. That was also convenient as fuck.
Yeah.
I also like when Tony says bye to his dad and he's like, "Thank you for everything," and he's like, "You've done for this country."
Also,
Gotta take it
also
off.
Jarvis.
Jarvis,
Oh my
yes,
God,
that's
Jarvis,
actually from the Peggy Carter TV show. That guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Ooh, we've hit an hour. 8 minutes ago.
Oh, gee.
All right.
What?
What do you mean already?
We've already.
Damn.
Dude, we are a third way through Endgame.
Yeah, we're
All right,
1 hour.
so
in.
we got a snappy doodle
Yeah, that's-
up. All right.
And I. No, wait, not yet. We'll talk about that.
And
Okay.
No!
Keep it moving.
Okay, so next.
I
I think. Are we done with time travel?
Yes.
We're done with time travel.
One last thing about time travel. I do like how Nebula got caught, specifically
Oh right,
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we
she
should
got
probably
caught,
discuss
and
Thanos
then-
and Gamora finding them.
And I'm a bit surprised that they didn't immediately suspect something was off when, she came back and she was acting off.
I like how
Does it mean
Gamora
she
was
was-
so obviously preparing to betray him when she was like, I think she was damaged in battle. Like, that's obviously not the reason she looks totally fine.
To me, not Gamora, Nebula just always acts like cold and emotionless. So like when she came back cold and emotionless, they were like, oh, that's just Nebula.
Yeah, but more cold and emotionless than you.
But how? She didn't
They
even say
barely
anything.
know her.
Yeah.
Like
And Tony
I'm just
wasn't
saying,
there,
It
like-
would have been it would have been a bit more like if War Machine suspected something, that would have been like she didn't come back with me, like immediately.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, for him it was probably at the same time. Like because he gets
Or
teleported.
just slightly after.
Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, but anyway, so
Then again, the whole
That-
point
so
was
anyway,
because they
so-
kept referring it to.
So- Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. That's where we're at now.
Oh yes, when they get them all back in and they
Walk
assemble.
down the Avengers
Hulk Gauntlet.
Tower.
I remember when they
Yeah,
showed that.
which in the end game proved to be pointless. because that
Can I
place
just say?
got
Can I
fucked.
just say? It's unfortunate that Hulk was the only one who could really wear it initially, even though that doesn't make a whole lot of.
I remember
It would
But
when-
it
literally
would've killed
Thor
everybody else.
stood
If
in
they
a dying
chose,
star, and
If they,
Yeah, but
if
he-
they could
he
have chosen,
meant-
Yeah, but he's
somebody
fat now.
else-
No, it was
Guys,
all about
if
mental.
they hear me out, if they had chosen somebody else to wear it, Thanos couldn't have picked it up and put it on without like breaking it to shit.
Yeah, but I was gonna say when
you get-
when the
you get
gauntlet,
that?
like the Iron Man gauntlet, appeared on screen, I remember everyone in the theater went ooh, like it was fascinating. By the way, I forgot to mention this, but this was another moment that we could laugh. Is the part where they zoomed in on Thor, where he's just sitting completely still. This was way earlier in the movie, and I was like, man, he's staring intensely, and they're like, is he asleep? I just lost it. I laughed so
I
hard.
remember I was about to say to my mom, I was like, "Is he asleep?" And then and then they say, "Is he asleep?"
Is he asleep or is he?
All right, so the big reverso snapadoodle dandy.
Boom. Yeah.
Glad that we don't see the impact immediately.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad
I
it was just like
expecting that.
both times.
Oh no! What I really liked.
Guys,
No, let me
I
finish.
think
let me
it
finish.
worked.
Shut up! I was about to talk about that.
Oh my god.
But first off, I like how both times, both when, with the official name in the universe is the decimation, is what when he snapped his fingers is called. When the decimation occurred,
Proclamation.
I prefer the snap. But when the
snapping.
first snap happened with Thanos and Wakanda, there was quiet and calm
Wakanda
afterwards. And
forever.
then it was like that. It was like that again. Wanda forever.
Wakanda.
But it was like that again, but this time we're seeing somebody else celebrate. Except all we saw was Thanos go back to his stupid ass fucking farm.
Foreign.
But
The Shrek Swamp Shack.
yeah, imagine if he showed. They show up at Thanos' farm and he's like, "Get down to my swamp."
I like imagining that the movie would have started with its close up of his outhouse, and then it bursts open and it's Thanos, but it goes, "Somebody once told me the world was gonna
It shows his
go."
day-to-day farm life.
Would have been an interesting twist to the opening.
So anyway,
But
you were saying.
yeah. So after that, when Ant-Man was like, "Guys, I think it worked," and then the bomb hit right there, I thought he died. I was like, he just took the full force of an explosion.
Right.
Like,
And lived. What a badass.
and also
Yeah.
getting small would not
Whoa.
change that. In fact, that would probably decrease your chances of survival.
Getting big would
He
He
help.
just got really lucky, I guess. You know.
Yeah, if he got big, it would have probably just wounded his leg or something. Like,
I think it would have hurt him more if he got actually. got
Why?
bigger.
He has more surface area, so there's.
Yeah, he has more surface area, more places.
or
for
maybe
things
his
to
suit
pierce
is
him.
just very strong, guys. Let's
Probably.
just damage control.
I remember because one thing that I really liked, because you guys were saying like how we didn't see it at first, like I didn't know if it actually worked, so I was like, did they really do it? Like, I don't know. I like how it was kind of a bit of a mystery. Not really, because they said it worked, but like you know what I mean. So anyway,
Right.
the building gets blown up.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I love how they locked it down.
I'm confused how the fuck Thanos came.
Yeah, I didn't get how did
Like, how did they have enough pin particles with
to bring the entire army.
with the original Nebula?
Yeah, because they said
Like-
one canister equated to one pin particle. Like earlier when Ant-Man wasted it.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, and
Two.
and two test runs, and then he accidentally shrunk, and he was like, one test run.
Yeah.
That was one go. So
Yeah, I don't understand how they were able to bring.
maybe they like what's the term? Reverse engineered it, I guess.
Maybe. I just wait. Yeah, they did. No, wait, did they? I feel like my
No, they
memory's
didn't.
lying to me. Cause
I think it's worth suspending your disbelief a little
yeah,
bit.
because then otherwise, as I've said before, the awesome scene would not have happened otherwise. Even though I don't understand how the army got there, but then, so like
Well, he just teleported them there.
the army,
It's the
Thanos,
same army.
Thanos'
like-
army.
The Chitauri still existed.
Wait, which army? I'm talking about Thanos' army. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the Chitauri.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, so they get teleported, and then So
All right, the last moment we were at is when the building gets destroyed. Which, by the way, I love how they did that little lockdown sequence. Like, ooh, it's looking real secure, and then it gets completely eviscerated.
yeah,
Also, another thing about suspending your disbelief, all of them survived that.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I like the destruction of it. I don't like how long it took for everything else to precipitate from there. Like once it was gone, like once everyone was out, I think it picked up like it back
Yeah.
up again. But
I gotta
like
admit,
how
I was still on the
slow.
edge of my seat a little bit, like, because they had proven anybody's finna die. Like, I don't know what finna happen.
And that part where Hawkeye, he's got the Infinity Gauntlet, and then
Oh, when he was running away
Yes.
from the Outriders.
and then
Oh.
and then no before we get the part where like Nebula is
And Nebula.
yes, the part where Nebula
Mm-hmm.
she shows up. He's like, oh good, it's you. And you're like, no, man, no. And then he gives it to Nebula.
You can't be this stupid.
I love how quickly she loses it after that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, I love Nebula
And
killing
Nebula,
past
thank you,
Nebula.
I have to mention it because it's honestly one of my favorite parts of the movie. Black Panther running that Infinity Gauntlet was just amazing. He ran
I
that
thought
like
the Spider-Man one was a little funnier.
Okay, no, we'll get to that in a
Black
second.
Panther ran
I want
that
Beast to
Infinity
finish this.
Gauntlet like a professional.
I want to talk
football
about that
player.
one.
I remember when that was happening, I was like, are they gonna play hot potato? Like, that would have been so awesome if it went from every character to every character.
It
Oh,
went
that
to
would have been awesome.
a couple of characters, not every character.
But I'll talk about the underusage of certain characters, Doctor Strange, later.
Oh no! Hold on. That reminds me. I've said this many times before, but I'm going to say it again. So when the portal opens and Doctor Strange comes out, I see the planet behind him. It's Titan, and I'm like, that's where Spider-Man died. Show me Spider-Man. And then we see Gamora and not Gamora. Sorry, Mantis. and Drax. I couldn't think of that for some reason. And I was like, that's awesome. I love those guys, but show me Spider-Man. That's what everyone wants. And then when I see someone flying, I'm like, Spider-Man? No, it's Star-Lord. And I'm like, freaking awesome. I love Star-Lord.
'Cause Spider-Man can
Star-Lord is awesome. He can swing. Close enough. And then
Or Spider-Man.
I see a web. I'm like, and then a little speck in the
Same.
distance swoop in, and then it lands. It takes off his mask. It's Tom Holland, and they zoom in on him, and I was like, yeah!
Yeah, same. I was screaming. I was like,
I remember the
yeah!
whole sequence
I
there. I
only
was
heard
like,
girls.
Spider-Man.
When that happened, I only heard girls.
Oh my god, I remember I
was
almost teared up
screaming.
on how happy I was when Iron Man hugged Spider-Man.
Oh, that was sweet.
And he was like, I got all dusty, and I think I fell asleep or something.
And then I was with Doctor Strange.
That to me
now.
is stupid because if he remembers getting dusty, then he remembers knowing that he was
remember?
dying.
Yeah.
Remember toward the end of
'Cause
Infinity War,
his-
he could feel that he was going away.
Yeah,
could-
he had his
Yeah.
spider sense, so he
Spider
knew what
senses.
was about to happen. And he also watched 3 people die in front of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 4 actually, right?
So yeah,
Yeah, 4.
big fight.
Then
Still talking about that.
he gets
Big fight.
he gets the gauntlet.
Dude,
Spider-Man gets the
okay,
gauntlet.
let me say
I love
something.
the
No,
Spider-Man.
let me say something about that real quick. I am so glad. I saw Thor Ragnarok because him getting on the Pegasus would have made no
Oh,
sense.
Valkyrie.
That would have made
Valkyrie,
no sense if I hadn't
Yeah.
seen Thor Ragnarok. Because you have to think about it. Okay, I've said this before. Imagine you've never seen any Marvel movie, and this is your first one. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you see Spider-Man holding an Infinity
moron
Gauntlet,
if you did that.
swinging
And
onto a
With all these
Pegasus.
raccoons
Yeah.
and stuff.
Like, you'd be so confused. But yeah, go ahead. You're gonna say
I'm
something.
gonna
Oh,
make
never
a,
mind.
no, hold on. I'm gonna admit this. I went to see this movie with a friend who has not seen any Marvel movie.
Ah.
I almost feel like
But
that's
he
you.
still
I'm
thought,
embarrassed.
Was he asking questions the whole time?
no, he wasn't. He really liked the movie.
Ah, good.
Oh wow, that's cool.
We're getting to the moment that
We're getting to the final fight.
Wolfie.
No, we have to get to the girl power.
Wolfie-
Alright, can I talk about
So-
it, please?
No, we're gonna get Loon. We're gonna let
Wait,
Loon
Wolfie.
talk
No,
about
hold
it.
on.
Lunar was the first person.
No, Wolfie
who
was
had
gonna
it.
say
He
something.
was the first person out of us to say it.
Wolfie, I thought you were gonna say something.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Luna.
I'm just like the only reason I'm annoyed about this. I have no problem with it, like generally, but it's like if it felt a bit more natural, like if it just happened, and it wasn't like, all right, girls.
Yeah.
Or something in that
Yeah.
attitude.
Like,
I love
so,
what
I
that
would have been
show
okay with it.
That's my thing. Is that
just
it
felt
looked
very
cool.
forced.
It looked cool,
Mhm.
but it made no sense. Like that happened for the sake of it happening.
Because I
And-
remember going into it.
And also, hold on, because
And it didn't happen
the
naturally.
people who got
Like,
brought
all these
back, they
characters
didn't
are
all
across
have
the field.
they didn't all have earpieces in, and no one said all women the quadrant fucking 84, and like they just all show up, and then they pose like that, and it's like, oh, are you gonna do this for the Wakandans? No? Oh, okay.
I remember
Do it
because
for the
going
sake
into
of
the movie,
whamming.
probably why I liked the scene so much when I went in was because I actually before I saw the movie was like, how many women are there in this universe? And then I tried to count it, and I was like, dude, I can't wrap my brain around this. So then when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is convenient. This is cool. But then like after like sitting with it, I'm like, that made no sense. Like, why did they all just stand? Like, what?
Yeah. Also,
Like,
why
can I
they
also add
stood there
that we,
for 10
we
seconds.
know we know about the little sister, but like she has no combat proficiency
What little sister?
except for being smart. She had the big brain dough.
Oh, Black Panther. She fought
Oh,
in
Shuri.
Black Panther.
Sure.
I remember.
She fought with a car.
I remember.
Yeah,
No,
But she
no.
didn't
At
fight
the
on the
end, she
field.
had blasters, and she fought Golden Jaguar,
Yeah.
which is the name of the
I
villain.
remember when
Well, that's Blaster. She had like mini shields with like claws.
Nifty.
Like that made no sense to me.
Those were just the blasters. The blasters
Oh.
were stuff on her
Well,
wrist.
then I'm an idiot.
there,
I'm an
I
idiot.
remember when I saw Mantis there, I was like, okay, cool, she's gonna fight. But I was like, what is she gonna do? Just make people fall asleep?
She's gonna make people fall asleep.
It's good power.
I honestly feel like I feel bad for her actor because she has like nothing
She
to
is
do.
so
I
hot.
know.
Like she was very
Dude,
much needed for that
dude,
one
dude.
story, but she's
Scarlet
pretty
Witch, man.
useless.
Scarlet Witch.
That
Spider-Man
shot
hot.
I think Scarlet
That
Witch
shot
makes sense
made
to
me
be
uncomfortable of Scarlet
okay
Witch.
because
What shot?
like
You
we
know what
actually
I'm talking about.
understand who she is as a character. She makes sense to
I
be
don't.
very powerful because she lost somebody, and it's not like I don't know my past.
But all right.
Then we get to probably my favorite
Um,
moment of the entire movie.
The
Yeah.
big three versus Thanos.
By the way, can I point
Yeah.
out those three have the most movies?
Yes.
Yes.
They have the most solo.
Robert Downey
And
Jr. of course. in the
Also,
lead.
Cap picking up the hammer.
That's what Beast was
I literally
about to
almost-
whatever.
I was working.
That's
I was
literally
getting
Beast
that.
was about to say that. What did you think he was setting up? God!
when he
just
knocked
brought
Captain
the three.
America
You
over
didn't
that one time.
mention the hammer.
I love
That's
how
the
they
headline.
I love how they make you think that Thor did it.
I remember, yeah.
And there's-
I was like, either that's
See
Thor
it rise
picking it up or Loki is back. And that doesn't even make any sense. So I was like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Why would Loki be able
I
to
don't
lift
know.
it? He's not worthy at all.
I don't know. He's a god.
We,
No.
I clap. Like I clap so damn
He was
hard at
waiting
that
for a
moment.
couple
like,
years, I don't know.
holy fuck.
Yeah,
that
I've
was
been
good.
waiting since like what 2014. When did Avengers Age of Ultron come out?
2015, I think.
They foreshadowed it so hard. And
Did Beast, was it you
But when
who
that
told me
happened-
your theory? Who's the person who told me the theory why he could wield it in this one? Because someone told me their
Yeah, that
idea.
was me.
Yeah, tell that because I really like that idea that you came up with.
Okay, so essentially, you know the old Captain America, like, you know, Captain America 1, that guy, the guy that jumped on the grenade. Yeah. His whole thing was about self-sacrifice, and he was willing to sacrifice his own life for literally anything, and that made him pure. That made him worthy to hold the hammer. And then over time, he kind of started to value his own life more, which is a big no-no for
I think
the
that's
hammer.
not true at all.
Shh. Go ahead, Beast.
And he wasn't willing to sacrifice himself to the things, and you can really see it in Infinity War when he literally, to save trillions of lives, wouldn't kill Vision.
Well, I mean, he
So-
was trying to find a solution where they didn't have to, because he didn't know how much time they had. Also, tell me how he starts caring about himself more. I'd say he starts caring about himself even less, considering everything he does in his following movies after the Avengers to protect Bucky.
Well, that was a joke, but
All right, continue.
How was that a joke?
I don't know. It's just
It's just a
he's
yeah.
not willing to sacrifice things more than he used to, which made him not worried. He became more selfish, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
And then, in this movie, it's all about self-sacrifice. That is Beast's theory, and I like that idea. It was better than mine, which was that in Age of Ultron, he realized he could pick it up, but then he pretended that he couldn't. Alright, so anyway.
Maybe it's just about the timing. But,
That makes sense to protect Thor.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, my boy Thor need my help.
Protect,
That would have
protect
been
Thor's
an
ego.
awesome team up because we don't get enough Captain America and Thor adventures. And
We got none. We got like
that's why
Avengers.
Ragnarok was so funny because those two characters never interacted.
Hulk and Thor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, big battle happens. Alright.
I just want to say something about this big battle. I felt like I was a child playing with toys during this fight. Like,
Yes.
that's exactly like when I played with toys when I was a kid. Those were the exact things. Like Captain America picking up the hammer. That would be the exact thing that I would think of. And also, like when they traded, he was like, "Oh, you get the smaller one."
Yeah, I want the big one. So wait.
Like, and also
like how we
like
saw-
that moment in Nerf Arena, the 4 seasons, when they have each other's weapons. They're like, oh, and they throw it, and they all catch it, and they're like, hey, like, that's the stuff that, like, when kids are playing with toys, they imagine. And that, for some reason, that made it better for me, like, that whole sequence.
Can I just say, full power Thanos, very cool. Like,
Okay,
fully armored.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, with his Darth Maul sword.
No fucking
Yeah, I loved his Darth Maul
higher
sword.
attitude.
I was about to say the exact thing you just said. I was about to say
We
Thanos
great
with
minds
his
think alike,
Darth
but
Maul
like,
blade,
But in the end...
can I just say?
also
man.
Thanos.
I like how.
And
Thanos-
his thing
I
is
like
all
those-
about halves, and Darth Maul got cut in half.
Can I say
No.
one more thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I
ahead.
want to make my joke first.
Sure, go make your joke.
So
And then I'll
Thanos,
finish.
you know how he was like spinning his thing and it like blocked all the bullets, which is
Ridiculous.
I guess impossible.
If it was a lightsaber.
He spun it like a
He's the
helicopter.
Inquisitor.
No.
He is the Thanos copter. Thanos copter was in the movie.
I was gonna be very happy when listening to this podcast, which you may never do. But anyway,
But I like how like after that he's like, apparently the universe isn't thankful.
Yeah.
Time to kill it
Yeah, what?
and make my own.
was really
People are mad that I killed all their loved ones
Yeah,
for a stupid idea
How
that could
dare
have
they
been
be
easily
mad that
resolved.
I
By the way-
I was
violated
really
them.
hoping he would have just changed his mind and just been like, you know what, I'm gonna just double the resources, and he just said, no, I'm gonna kill
not
the
worth
entire
it.
universe. Like what?
I-
the
you'll
heck,
never
man?
know.
Damn it, Thanos.
Damn
Yeah,
it,
that's
damn
the
it.
equivalent. That's the equivalent to hiding a body. Like,
By the way, another thing I liked about the final battle is when Spider-Man initiated his instant kill mode.
Yes.
Dude, yes! Oh my god.
I love how he was like, "All right, last resort, it's a kill, it's a kill." Like the way he said it was just like,
Suit
I
activate
don't
instant
wanna
kill
do
mode. Red eyes.
He's like, "Activate, it's a kill." Like the way he said it sounded so panicked. That made it funnier to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be some kind of like death web, but it ended up just like being cooler.
Have you seen Homecoming?
I have seen.
He didn't use it in Homecoming.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
No, he turned it on and then immediately turned it off.
Oh.
Like, no, I don't want to kill anybody. Or I don't want to kill anyone.
It worries
Have
me
you
that
seen
know that
Homecoming?
exact line.
Well, yeah, I know, but I thought Beast was saying he thought death mode was just a giant web being shot out of him.
No, I thought it was like a web that would like kill you.
Ew. Ow, man. That's brutal, brah.
Well, that's kind of a thing. There's things called impact webbing where it's just like a really hard punch, kind of.
Brutal, bruh.
web.
So,
And it's really only meant for like this tough supervillains.
and then we get to probably my favorite Captain Marvel scene, her entrance and destroying Thanos' ship.
I don't even remember that.
My
Captain
mom-
Marvel. Dude,
my
I
mom
love
pointed
that
out
I don't know about
so
you guys.
much.
I like.
I don't remember
My
that
mom
happening.
pointed out something when Thanos' ship got destroyed by Captain Marvel and it fell into the water. She was like, "How did that not set off a massive tidal wave and kill everybody?"
Yeah.
Can I just say I actually hate that?
Ugh.
I really hate that. I really hate Captain Marvel for specifically things like that.
Things like what?
Like the climax of her movie was she destroyed a ship. with her powers, and it's just like, okay, we set this up where like it took hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ships to even stop that, and you have the power of
Running through it.
one ship with a light speed engine. Given, okay, cool.
Dude, it's like Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's one
They
ship.
destroy a similar
That-
ship in Guardians of the Galaxy by ramming their ship into it, kind of.
Yeah,
Or no, they just
no,
do
no,
that.
no.
To
They didn't
kill
destroy
Ronan.
it. They didn't destroy
Yeah,
it.
they just do that. To
They
kill Ronan.
crashed it. They had to crash that shit.
to kill Ronan.
And,
not
like,
even
she
to
just-
destroy it.
Ronan the Destroyer.
Like, and I would imagine that since then they would have improved those ships to not be so
This is
destructible.
time travel before the.
Okay, wait,
Guardians
hold on.
movie.
I have a question. What's,
Yeah, but like that's they still had like 50 years.
No, no.
I
Also,
have a
yeah,
question.
this is
This is before
this is
Ronan gets killed. This is at the beginning of the
Yeah,
Guardians of the
so
Galaxy
where's
movie.
Ronan in this movie?
That's a good
Probably-
point. Yeah, where's Ronan?
Wait,
Xandar.
Where's the accuser?
Oh
Maybe
no,
he-
that
he
reminds me.
faded
Hold
away.
on, that reminds me. I wanted to talk about this. I thought this would have made the battle even cooler, but it would have made no sense as to how they incorporate it. I wish we could have saw more of the iconic like villains from the series. There's no way that would have worked and made sense. But like, I just found it.
What if they brought out like the U.S. military's like we need to release another person like, and they release Abomination because Abomination in the universe is still in jail, and that's the villain from Hulk
Yeah. I know.
who was like Hulk, which I hate when that's the thing in movies where the villain is just the superhero but evil. But
That was the first Iron Man villain.
Iron Man, Shazam,
and the second one.
a lot of
Ant
movies.
Man.
Ant-Man.
I do like that one though. That one has a different vibe to it.
Yeah, because it's a little more charming.
He's a very likable villain. You like to hate him.
So yeah, but like Ronan could have helped there because then Ronan could have been in the battle.
I think he was at
Yeah.
Xandar. I don't know.
he was
When-
fucking like he was
When they
still looking for the power stone.
this is slightly unrelated, but when they were talking about time traveling to get the Infinity Stones, and this was before they had explained it like 30 seconds before, I was like, wait, maybe that's what Thanos meant when he saw Tony and he said that he was cursed with knowledge. Like they end up encountering him and it creates a time loop, and I'm like, I hope they don't do
Wait,
that.
hold on. What if Ronan returned and he's like, guys,
I was
Where are
about
you?
to say that because you said that thing about the Power Stone. Like the end credit scene is Ronan's like, Thanos, I got the Power Stone. Thanos, where are you?
Thanos, please, please.
Mom? Anyone?
Thanos, I
Also-
don't want to go.
Thanos,
He starts fading
Thanos,
away,
I don't
he's
feel
like,
so
no,
good.
no.
Two different things. Okay,
But yeah,
what do
Ronan
we think
faded
about
away.
Tony's
Like, after that.
gauntlet?
I,
What do we think about Iron Man and the Gauntlet?
we already brought that up.
I
earlier.
thought it was
Epic.
great.
I
Oh.
am inevitable.
Tink! Shimmer! And I!
Hold on, wait. Something I wanted
Reverse
to
card.
something I want to say briefly about the final battle when the portal opened and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Black Panther were all back there. I don't know how Doctor Strange and Black Panther coordinated that, but okay.
I thought that too.
Uh,
I was like, this makes sense.
Doctor Strange is a flippin' wizard. He can do anything he wants.
Freaking wizard,
He's a
but,
freaking wizard.
but
He was able
when
to destroy
when they did
Thor,
that
that's
and Captain
impressive.
America turned around and they saw all of them coming out of the portal, if I was Captain America, I would have turned back to Thanos who was staring at him and I would have just flipped him off. Like
No, I thought
Yeah, but you're you and you're not Captain America.
Yeah,
I-
I'm
I-
just saying
I-
that's what
I
I
love
do.
it
That
when
would be
you-
so
I thought you were
I
gonna
would-
say he'd turn around and go, "Ayo, Dad."
I love it. I love it when Doctor
Hulk taught me how
said,
to
Is that everyone? You wanted?
Yeah, I
more?
love that. You want more? We have everyone. I remember the shot of all of them going forward and Ant-Man's giant in the background, Spider-Man swinging, and everyone just doing his thing. It was awesome.
Dun, dun, dun,
Now let's get to the.
By the way, I forgot to
epic-
mention this, but if any of you say your recorder is messed up, I will literally kill you. Not funny, Wolfy.
So let's get to the
big
Can I-
climax.
Okay.
So first off, can I point out this is a minor, very minor annoyance. Thanos had to rip that Power Stone out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took it out.
Tony Stark walked up and like caressed his hand and took all the stones out without any.
It, dude, I think you remember it differently because there was a lot of force in that pull.
Yeah.
And also Thanos pushed him off. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I remember it, he came up and like, just like kind of like
That
opened his
reminds
hand
me,
for a
at the
second.
beginning of the movie, how I thought it was gonna go is they were going to go to the garden, to fight Thanos, and then only make it out with a couple of the stones, and then they would use that to fight him again. But that did not happen, and I'm glad because what we got was better than anything that I could have theorized.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Tony
But anyway, so he gets the stones. Thanos looks over. He's just like, "Ah, crap. Where'd they go?"
and
then, like,
I am inevitable.
by the way, Thanos had plenty of time to go up and kill Tony.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that would have been that. Then he wouldn't.
What if Tony slowed his brain processing speeds down to the level of the average Faroese
I was about to
fisherman?
say still.
That'd be hilarious.
And I am
I am.
Jortor. Churn.
and then
Yes,
and then
Father.
all of Thanos' minions turn into whales, and he goes, "Let at 'em, boys!"
Anyway, yeah, Iron Man snap, pretty awesome, right?
Yes, I love that.
And then you just see everyone fade away. I love how Thanos, like,
he
didn't
like
He
fight
just
curls
sat.
up.
It was like
He didn't fight back when
'Cause
he
there-
got
there was
when
nothing he could
realized
do.
being
That's
snapped.
it.
The way he
He
looked,
he just accepted it.
the way he looked down,
He looked.
as he like faded away, made it to where he like kind of swirled and like curled up. You know, it looked really.
I
cool.
like how. I like how he sat in the same pose that he did at the end of Infinity
Yeah.
War. He looked
But-
at peace. He looked like genuinely like
Not
this is
noticing.
how.
But
it
this
ends.
time
This is
more
how it was
defeated
supposed to.
than. Victory.
by the way,
No, but like he still looks
there
satisfied.
was this
though.
shot that made me wonder something. Where like one of the big alien ships was about to. It was going into the ground at rocket, and it looks like he crashed into it. But the thing is, he turns into dust. Before it happens. I'm like, that's really convenient that was like the split second before. Otherwise, Rocket would have been definitely dead. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he got crushed by the Avengers building, so.
Oh, that's true. I guess he just won't die.
And he's not a real raccoon, so we don't know how much he can take.
Yeah, he can actually hold the
Did we miss
Infinity
anything?
Gauntlet.
I feel like we missed something.
Yes, there was something way early on in the movie that we did not acknowledge at all.
What is it?
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man coming back and finding his daughter.
Oh, I was gonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
all
gonna say
grown up.
Ant-Man changing age.
That to me is one of the saddest things, because it's like the Hawkeye thing in reverse.
That to me is one of the happiest parts because
He missed his
Okay.
daughter's life.
No, I mean like what's sad about it is that he missed so much of her growing up,
Yeah.
and also she had to endure it all without her dad, who
to
was
me,
like her one person.
what I really liked about it was how she thought he was dead for 5 years. How would you feel if you thought your dad was dead for 5 years, and then suddenly he was at your door,
Dad for 5 years.
I would have thought it wasn't real.
but then it was real?
I'd have asked for proof.
Wow.
Which driver's license and insurance, please?
Well, I didn't know I raised up.
Could you imagine if he just like said like, if he like pulled out a camera and just said, "All right, that was a prank, guys." Like,
I honestly
Also,
feel so
Ant-Man.
bad for her because like we actually don't know what happened to her parents. Like did
The
they
mother
get
and the
snapped
stepfather.
as well?
That's a good question.
Were they also snapped? Wait, like actually, good question. Did they actually also? Get
Another
snapped?
thing that I think we should probably acknowledge is the big memorial for the Vanished.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, alright, I don't think that was everybody in the world or in America at that one place. That have taken a lot of space. I think it's each major city has their own.
Yeah, that's what I was
most
wondering.
likely, yeah.
You should see like Mark Tarnan in there.
Oh no.
No,
No.
no, no. Thanos
just
like
you just see Jackson.
Oh god.
you see Jiggles Jackson in there, and it's oh god.
Jiggles Jackson, Joseph, Zach.
Jackson the liar.
We'll
Okay,
censor all of that.
Jackson.
Oh man,
I'm gonna
that's
ask this
effort.
after we finish this, so because like this does not pertain to the movie at all. So
P.
anyway,
Who?
moving on. So then we get to the funeral for Tony Stark,
What?
right?
Okay.
This
That
scene-
is the only part where I came close to crying, and it was
this
just because
scene,
of Spider-Man's
I
face.
this scene I liked and hated at the same time.
It was torture.
The big reason I didn't like it was because I thought it was gonna be it's gonna be a memorial for Black Widow and Tony Stark. This is gonna be okay. It's
just for Tony.
It's just Tony. All right.
Probably had a
Just-
separate one for Tony.
So like
Can
I just say-
screw Black Widow.
Can I just say Pepper Potts' last words to him is like
You can rest now. It's not like I'm gonna say I love you or something.
Like no. Like they were talking about it earlier in the movie. Like
How she can
when
never
can
get
I
him to
rest?
stop.
Yeah, like how she can never get him to stop, and like he's like, when can I finally rest?
Now we can.
And so bringing that back around.
You can only rest when you're dead, Tony. Sorry.
And then he's like, you can go. She. I actually felt that emotion from her.
Same.
And from like
Also,
Gwyneth Paltrow was like.
Also Spider-Man.
and I don't think it is good as a story, but they are probably going to bring Black Widow back at some
I
point.
really don't
in
want them
some
to.
in some capacity, at least.
I agree
And
with that.
also, the reason why I say that is because they brought Gamora back.
Yeah.
So
But Gamora is
She's technically still not back.
dead.
it's the same timeline. They're from the same timeline where the
No, but
Soul
she
Stone
got
was
snapped.
garnered.
I think she also got snapped.
That doesn't count. She was already dead.
Yeah, she was already gone.
Yeah, but like the
Her
end of the
soul
movie
is
showed
gone.
that
She
she
died.
I'm saying the other version, the other timeline version of her, is also gone, because like at the end they showed that like he was still Quill was still searching.
She probably just left.
I don't think that's what happened.
Also, something that needs to be pointed out that no one has acknowledged. This is Peter Quill's first time back on Earth.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you know
yeah.
I
that.
never thought
nobody
about
knows.
that. That is a big deal.
Ever since he got kidnapped as a child by
I don't even think Peter Quill knows.
Maybe he doesn't even know he's on Earth. This might look like an alien planet to him.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
remember I
wasteland.
stopped like the explosion part. I forgot we were on Earth. I thought this was another planet because the whole place around them was destroyed. It looked like an alien thing.
Just looked
Yeah.
like a war zone,
Also-
which it indeed was. That was the Infinity War right there.
Also, can I just there was a random kid in the
No, we know who that is.
background.
Harley from Iron Man.
But
I wanna
that
explain
same kid,
We
kid
know-
was earlier on when Ant-Man like talked to him.
What? No.
He was the
No!
kid on the bike.
No,
That was a little kid. This was a big
That was
team.
the kid from Iron Man 3,
with the
Lunar.
potato gun in Iron Man 3.
That was Harley from Iron Man 3.
Lunar more
Yeah.
like loser. Got him. Alright, so
Fucking Robbie.
Are you a retarded?
so anyway, yeah,
Yes,
little kid.
am.
I saw a theory that he's gonna become
I love how Lunar picked the most obscure thing from the movie. That was the kid that was in the background of the news article review at the end of the first Avengers movie.
so the kid. I saw some theory
That was
he,
the child that was watching the movie.
So I saw that I saw a theory that that kid's gonna be Iron Lad, which sounds really dumb to me, and I'm not looking forward to that if that's true.
Nor am I. I also don't want them to make the recent comic book thing of Black Woman Iron Man.
You mean Ironheart?
Who fucking
Yeah.
cares?
Black
The only reason
Iron
I know is from
Hope.
fucking YouTube.
Crap, there's something else I wanted to point out, but I can't remember what it was.
It's in the middle.
So let's talk about Old Man Steve.
No.
That's the one, yeah, that's it.
That's actually the part that I
Thanks,
almost
Rob.
cried at. Like I was tearing
Really?
up at
'Cause I
that
hated
shit.
that.
Like I love that.
I liked it. I don't think it should have been in that movie.
That's my thing. Is it felt kind of forced out of nowhere? Because like we just made a big deal about Tony Stark dying. Like, can we just like have it in there? That should. I really think.
Then again,
No.
it also
The-
makes
the thing
sense
is-
because his contract's up. He's not renewing it.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no way they're renewing him. First off, second off, like you have to imagine Steve's tired. He's done.
and also so is
he
Chris
has an
Evans.
opportunity to go back and actually live a life.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna take it. I'm surprised they didn't say like I came back the
By
long
the
way
way,
around.
I just wanna point out he screwed over someone else's timeline.
Yeah.
Just for that.
That's what I didn't understand. It was like. What I really don't understand is I thought
Completely screwed over.
I thought the whole thing was that like you go back in time to different timelines. So I don't understand how he was there. I didn't get it.
Well, I think it's just
They
the two
didn't say it
timelines
was a
just
different
kinda
time. The
converge.
only person who said it was a different timeline was
The wizard lady who was proven to be wrong
was-
by Hulk.
by like the ancient one. The ancient one was the one who was like, it will create a different timeline. It's like, he's like, that's not how that works. Basically,
Even she was wrong.
Well, it is how that works, but he was saying we can fix it. I don't know. It just to me like I don't know. I liked how going back in time was a different timeline, so it doesn't make paradoxes. But I didn't like how he reappeared later. That just bothers me for some reason. But I really liked Captain
I
America
like
getting a
that
happy ending.
because it.
Very
I
nice.
think that was the best
I
ending
do
they
like
could have
how
given him. But my teacher did not like Endgame at all. Just because of that one thing, and the fact that he gave the shield to Sam and not Bucky.
I didn't think that was weird because in the comics, that's what happens.
But no, Sam happens
in the-
first. Or no.
Bucky happens
happens first.
But you know, I think they knew that, and that's why Bucky kind of gave that nod of like.
Still, Bucky
and-
deserved it more.
I don't want Bucky to be
well, I
Captain
mean,
America.
Bucky
I don't care at all if they
deserved
knew beforehand. Bucky deserved it way more. Bucky, first off, fought with Captain America in World War II, so they have like a legitimate war bond as like normal dudes. He's the only person that is still like alive, cause Peggy Carter died in the Winter Soldier of like old age or some shit, so she probably would have died of the same thing. In that new timeline, she's just married to Steve. Like, so she's dead. Way to ruin it. But, yeah, she died a while ago. And,
A few years ago,
and
actually.
so, yeah. And, it's even worse now because of the 5-year thing. But,
I know. I was thinking that.
I'm just pointing out that like Bucky.
but
gave
Bucky
his,
deserves it so much more. And
no one's saying you're wrong.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, I know, but you're when I said that, your response was, well, I mean, it makes sense because of this theory you have, and then it's just like I was just saying that I don't care. Bucky deserves it more.
I just like how it happened.
All right, and is that
also,
it?
the Falcon movie. It's probably gonna.
Also, the ending dance was foretold
Oh, yeah.
by
Finally got that
by
dance.
other shit. Finally got that.
I remember there was the
What's
part.
our-
There
what's
was
our
the part where
ratings for
Peter
this?
Parker is walking into school, and he's looking at someone, and everyone in the audience, I heard them all was like, "Aunt May, and then it was Ned."
What?
Why would she?
I do
Why
like
would
how-
she be there? She would have sent him off to school. She
I know
was
people
also at
didn't
the
realize it
funeral.
was school. They just saw he was looking at someone.
Also, is it just me, or was she also snapped?
I don't know.
No.
Because she looks the same age she did in the other movie, so I think
Well,
she
a
was
lot of
I
them
have
looked
no
like they were
idea.
the same age of the other movies.
Can we acknowledge real quick that Peter Parker is now like way younger?
Yeah,
than
he's a
all
lot
his
younger
friends.
than the people that didn't get
That's
snapped.
why, because we don't know. Was Ned snapped?
I don't know.
If Ned wasn't snapped, he
Because
sucks
if
at
Ned
school.
wasn't snapped, he's graduated high school. I don't know why he's still there.
I
Yeah.
think Ned
I think
was also
school was
snapped.
probably
Or
suspended
Ned
as well.
was held back 5 years.
Ned at least looks like he was
He's
snapped.
so bad at school. He was held back 5 years. Oh, Ned.
I mean, would you
I think
even
for the
bother
sake
with
of
school
everything
after,
we know
after that?
and for like continuity and shit.
Like,
Anyways,
let's
I
say that
cast
he isn't.
actors?
Let's say that he wasn't snapped. Like,
Dude, he sucks at school.
Society would
no, let's
rebuild.
say, dude, why would they still have school? Half the government's gone. Like, not even half the government. Probably most of the government
Dude,
is
school
gone.
does some crazy things.
Who
alright?
cares? Like, at that point,
The
like,
school.
no
school
one
cares.
You have to move on.
Society has
I
to
don't see.
rebuild.
I don't see Morgan Stark in school.
Who's Morgan Stark?
The young, the 5-year-old is not in school. You mean?
I gotta go close the door.
All I'm gonna say is I think he was snapped. I think it's safe to assume that every relevant character from every property that is
did you explain it to
having
him?
an upcoming movie was snapped.
Did someone explain to MT who Morgan Stark is?
The baby, the 5-year-old Stark, which means she wouldn't be in school in the
Is
first
Luck
place.
back?
Preschool or kindergarten.
There you are. All right, guys. I think now would be.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's
we
no
have to- we
guarantee
have
that
to do
that's
the
like
rating.
the way it is in California or wherever it takes place.
So
Late
you
to
gonna
me. Holy fuck.
We're gonna say we.
The rating.
What?
everybody goes around and says what they think of it out of 10.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Chris ranks. Who cares?
Let's do both.
I'm gonna rank it
Let's
just
just do
on
which one
a
they
10
want.
scale. On a 10 scale, I rank it a 9.75.
What? What?
What kind of fucking shit is that?
Because it's almost a 10, but it's just there are
Why
a
not
few.
Just say
9.9?
9.7.
No, just say
I like
9.5.
clean quarter numbers.
Why not 9.5?
Just explain your reasoning.
Don't judge me.
The podcast's supposed to end soon.
We're almost
We're
2
ending
hours.
now.
I think it's a damn near like despite of all the things we nitpicked, this is a really good movie. Fantastic movie. I think
Fantastic
it's the
Four
best
coming
Marvel
soon.
movie. Like
Fantastic Mr.
like
Four.
of the two, I actually prefer Endgame over Infinity War.
Yeah, Dell's just an idiot.
That's
Got
just
him.
me.
Who's next?
Egg.
I'll
Next.
go.
Egg.
Okay.
No, you're about to
Okay,
pass
never
out.
mind.
Egg.
What? Oh,
Egg.
Egg, did he
Okay.
get snapped?
Is he asleep?
yes. I'm about to get
Egg's the
snapped.
only
I'm
one
gonna
in
make
the
this
week
very
that got
comfortable.
snapped away.
Rest of us.
I'll give this one a 9.8 because it's fucking amazing. It's actually the best movie I've ever seen since Empire Strikes Back, and that's that movie I've first seen like 11 years ago.
How old were you?
So
I can't count. 4?
okay, 5.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right. Who's
Next.
next?
I'll go. Alright. I will give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's the first normal ranking that we
Hey, hey,
they can
hey.
they can lean towards whatever
Shut
they
up,
want.
beast! I'm gonna eat you.
It's pretty much perfect. But just like when you add up all the things that don't make sense, like how the hell is Hawkeye supposed to hold that fucking stone?
Yeah, his hand should be
And
blown up.
stuff that they are going to have to, that Kevin Feige is going to have to go on Twitter about and do a bunch of damage control, and like tell people, oh yeah, it makes sense because of this. All those things, when you add them up, it puts it down only one ranking, or like one little point. But other than that, the movie's really great. As a movie, it's one of the best in recent memory. Like maybe of the decade, maybe it's a contender, but it's definitely not the best movie I've ever seen. Partially because it's not very it's not very innovative. Like for what it is as a universe event, it's really good, but it's not like it for what it is. It's the best, but as a movie, not the best I've ever seen. And that's not like putting down Endgame. I'm just saying like it's better as a universe event than as a movie.
Mhm.
Alright.
Wolfie?
So solid 9 out of 10.
Next
Wolfie?
up.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Just forget your name.
I would rate Avengers Endgame 9 out of 10. It wasn't
I
perfect.
thought you were about to rank it at 10.
No, it wasn't perfect.
Not enough Captain Marvel?
Shut up, Lyle. I like the fact that I like how they wrapped the whole 22 movies in a nice neat bow with everything that happened. It's a very good conclusion for everything that has happened throughout the 10 years of the Infinity Saga is what they're calling it. And yeah, I'm very happy. I'm not happy with the fact that Tony died. I was kind of upset about that. I didn't cry. My brother, though, he was tearing up, but overall, I really loved how the Russo brothers concluded this amazing end to the whole universe. So yeah.
All right, Beast.
I'd rank this a 9.5 out of 10.
You were just
Point
0.5 is okay.
normal.
How is that? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's a different number.
Above
9.75.
9.75.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I choose weird rankings. Come at
Round
me.
it up.
9.8.
Fuck no.
So, 9.5,
No, I
right?
refuse. I want quarters.
It's
I'll give you 4 and you
my,
can have $1.
It's my second.
Empty.
It is my. Yeah, I love you guys.
you saying?
I love that.
Alright, go
It
full
sounds like he
smash,
was
alright,
doing.
go full
It
smash.
sounded like he was doing something with his hands, and then he just puts it down and goes like,
empty.
What beast you were saying?
Hey.
It's my shut up. It's my second favorite movie of all time. I really liked it. It's probably the most fun I've had watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And all the mistakes, all like the things that I didn't like about the movie were very minor and
yeah.
like
They
The
weren't
good-
prevalent throughout the whole film.
yeah, the good things heavily outweighed the bad things.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
you know, and plus no movie's perfect, so you have to let some things slide.
Yep.
America's ass.
Except The Ghost by Christopher Cox. That's a perfect movie.
Yeah, that's why Endgame is his second. Did you not hear it? It's only second to Ghost.
Ghost is 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, Ghost
Ghost
is
is
a
a-
3,000 out of 10. Am I right?
Ghost is a 10.975 out of 10.
So my turn. I rated a 69 out of 10. Pretty good, solid movie. Lunar.
69.
No,
Can you give an actual ranking?
I'll give a
for
Chris
once?
ranking. Thought it was a purple. That's what I would say. Pretty purple. I like the color purple. It makes me think of Zach. Solid movie. Really good. I loved it. It's great. I loved the part when there was a rat. That was good.
The rat is Doctor Strange. I'm confirming it. Anybody else here agree? Anybody
I don't
agree?
Sure, why not?
I prefer
don't
believing that
No.
that rat is primarily the reason there's 14 million outcomes. That one rat. Very important to this outcome.
That rat was
Like
responsible
Tony's
for,
dying
like,
on the ground, and
5
Doctor
million.
Strange goes up and he's like, "There was one rat," and Tony's like, "What?" He doesn't know.
It was the one.
I'm the only one who knows. Doctor Strange starts crying. He's just like, I know.
The only
The rat.
the only thing that I didn't like about this movie was lack of Mr. Ubiquitous. I would have liked to see him.
Hold on. For a second, I thought you were about to say the one thing I didn't like about this movie was black people.
Black Panther hated him.
That's getting censored.
No, that's fine.
No.
As long as we
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
say we're not racist. Wink.
Yeah. I did not like how there were people of possible African origin.
There were
in there.
women. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Really?
Can you imagine if that rat was like, if that rat was responsible
There was
for
rats.
like 5 million endings.
All right. So we good? Ready to wrap this up? I feel like have we hit 2 hours? Yes. Wait, we're about to. No, let's not hit 2 hours. All right.
No, we have to
No,
No.
it's gonna be 2 minutes. We have nothing to talk about anymore.
play the event.
I
play
just
the
wanna
Avengers
say-
theme song.
That my favorite scene was all the women. That's all I wanted to say. That's it. All right.
No!
I like
And
it.
I
the
wonder-
Scarlet
I
Witch
wonder
versus
why.
Thanos. Scarlet Witch versus Thanos is fucking amazing. The way she.
That was
Her
pretty-
breasts were high.
Not to mention, shut the fuck up. MP. We were.
She really is. Oh.
I really like that part because
I love Elizabeth
she lost Vision to Thanos,
lost
and
her
that she was able to.
virginity.
She
get
got
revenge.
a new titties.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say she lost her vision, like her ability to see.
She lost her virginity.
That would have been a
No,
good
but
way
yeah,
to put it.
and I also like the scene where Captain Marvel hold open Thanos' gauntlet, and then he tried to headbutt her, and she didn't nudge or
Yeah, I
whatever.
like that part when she
I love
held
that
open his
part.
ass cheeks for Ant-Man to jump in.
Yeah.
All right, Wolf, you've done a pretty
You know,
good job.
I would have
drawing
liked
it
that
out,
scene
but
a
I don't
bit
think
more
you
if
did
it didn't
more.
feel like it.
I
was
really like the
almost
part where
forced.
she sprayed Thanos' ass cheeks so that
Shut up, MT.
I literally just said
I
that.
think that's a good place to
empty,
leave
empty.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
it
I
is.
really
That
like
was
the.
strong.
I really
That
like
was
the
fast.
ending, guys. I really like the ending when Thanos
We're-
arrives on the Death Star, and Darth Vader's there, and they shake
they have
hands, and
sex.
Thanos like, "You son of a bitch," and then Darth Vader's like, "Business as usual," and then they have sex. Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, we definitely need to end the
2 hour mark.
Oh
Alright.
wait, 5
6 more
seconds.
seconds.
We got about
Yeah.
10 words.
2, 1.
2 hours. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys.
Penis, penis, penis,
All right,
penis,
all
penis.
right,
Alright.
everybody, stop recording, and also, yeah.
Oh, end it now?
I'm still recording. Do I
Do
stop
it or
recording?
no?